and you may take it away, sir.
Wow, quick intro, man. I like it. So yeah, welcome everybody. Thanks for showing up to session 2 of Tomb of Horrors. Just so everyone knows, I'm actually going to be taping this tonight. I'm not streaming. Everybody watch Rob's stream tonight, but if anybody wants to see the DM version, I'll be putting it out on YouTube. So before we kind of get in with a recap and all that, let's get the players to introduce themselves, starting with the wonderfully pretty bard, Benazar.
Hi everybody, I'm CJ. I play the half-drow bard, Brenzar Arja, who is unearthly beautiful, and you all have to live with it.
Nice. Vethadur.
Hey, this is Jay Side playing Vethadur tonight. He likes to burn things. He's a cleric of Helm. Praise be. Thank you.
Excellent. Jocko.
Jocko, half-dwarf barbarian, and with a sprained ankle. He fell a little bit last time, and he's hoping that heals up because he's running downhill all the time.
Yeah, I forgot. Your speed is -10 for the session. Just kidding.
Oh,
Clark? Just kidding.
Hey everybody, Rob Tui playing Clark, the fighter bugbear, and even though I only have a 12 intelligence and a 10 wisdom, I am trying to rein in the party's natural habit of kicking in doors all the time, because I know that we're in a puzzly smart place that we have to be careful in. So we'll see how it goes.
Excellent. So does anyone want to give a recap of session number 1?
We almost died.
I like
And
it.
there
Let's
you
go with that.
And Jocko sucked them all into a pit. That's one way of putting it, yeah.
We fell into a 100-foot pit, and we came very close to touching a sphere of annihilation. So that was fun. We spent some time digging in some earth trying to find an actual entrance, and we did. And then we kind of came in, and we tried to follow this red line, but it had pits along it. And then we found some kind of inscription along the way. And the jury is out on whether the inscription is actually supposed to be helpful or not. It might just be trying to kill us. But eventually, we found a secret door behind a door that was painted along the fresco there. And then we came in here, and we fought a 4-armed gargoyle. And then we went around in a circle in these doors here. And then we eventually found a secret door in the room that I'm in, and that's where we left off.
That is an awfully good recap. And with that, Benazar, you can give yourself not just 1, since you start with 1, but 2 inspiration. And Clark, you can add.
Holy cow.
All right.
It's happening.
So guys, don't forget, nice. You do have a couple of notes if you ever want to refer to them, game info and then info links, just basic things like if you're looking for conditions, that kind of thing. Don't forget those. Any questions? I guess before we get to that, Clark, I gave you the periaptive wound closure, but for now you're not going to attune to it, correct?
I'm not going to attune it because I would have to give up. I would give up my giant slaying weapon, but I have no other weapon, so I can't do that. So I have to kind of stay where I'm at.
Well, technically you could do that, right?
I could. Yeah, I'm just gonna punch people in the face.
All right. No, fair enough.
With my, yeah. So I'm gonna.
Just to clarify, I got the Boots of Speed from Fennon.
Yep.
And I decided the generous gift from Clark of the periaptive wound closure. The boots were a little more important to me, so I like to click my heels. But thank you, sir. I just want to say someday you'll be able to use that.
Doesn't Jocko have some spare weapons?
I do have spare weapons, but they're in my pack.
I will. I was going to mention one thing. The boots of Elvenkind don't take attunement, and you guys got that from the Fire Giant lair in the party sheet. I think I forgot to mention that they don't take attunement.
So the boots of Elvenkind that you have don't require attunement, which means you can use the wound periap thing.
I will take it back.
Wait.
He has the boots of speed,
right?
Which do require attunement. In the party sheet, we have boots of Elvenkind, which provide advantage on stealth checks for sound. Those don't require attunement. You're just kind of pointing out that that's there if anybody wants to use it.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I forgot to mention that was an item that didn't take attunement, so people might not have realized how they could have used it.
I mean, it's a good point. If
Ooh.
you guys want to take a quick peek again through the party sheet, and if anyone wants any of the potions or the scrolls or the boots, go ahead and talk amongst yourselves and drag it down if there's anything
Yeah,
you
I
want.
think we should all take stuff, even if we think you're not going to use it.
Yeah.
We should at least have stuff. So if anybody doesn't want those boots of Elvenkind, I'll do that. That increases your speed, right?
No, it's
Oh no, that's boost of speed.
yeah, advantage to stealth checks involving sound.
Ah, okay. I don't ever try to be stealthy, but
Yeah, whoever gets the boots of Elvenkind should take the cloak too, so they can, if we need to have someone go in, like Fennon's not with us anymore, he ditched us.
well, but the problem with the cloak is that does require attunement.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
So I think since I must have disadvantage on stealth checks because
You're heavy armor.
I'm heavy armor. Yeah. So let's see.
You've got +8 on your stealth check, but that should be.
I do. But it is at disadvantage.
Okay, I was gonna say it should be. That makes sense.
So yeah, so I'm gonna take those boots. You go ahead, you take those bananas.
Thank you.
And then that just means I can put myself for not having disadvantage on stealth, basically. Right?
Yes.
Is that how that
Yeah,
works? Okay.
That's
cool.
how I read
Well, yeah, for checks involving sound.
it. Right.
Oh. Okay, so I'll just give myself. Right. Okay, I gotcha. Nobody wants the cloak because it's
Attunement, yeah.
and I'll take. I have 38 +1 arrows. If nobody else is gonna shoot with a bow, I'll take the other 20.
That's fine. And then for Rob, Jocko's got a great axe +2 that he's not using. I don't know if that's attunement or not. If it's not, you might be able to use that, and then you get to use the parry axe.
I'm actually using the Great Axe +2, but I have a Great Sword +2 and the Great Sword of Frost brand, which gives you fire resistance, which you may have already.
Ooh, because this giant killer thing I have isn't gonna really be as awesome as it was, because chances are we won't run into very many giants. So I'd rather have a +2 magic weapon or whatever
All
the
right,
hell you
I'll
got.
drop my Great Sword in the party sheet.
Okay, great. So in that case, DM, I'm gonna unattune my wave and attune. Oh wait, but the greatsword doesn't require attunement, so I'm gonna attune the Periapt.
Okay. And there's little check marks because of that extension. If you want, just so you know.
Yeah,
if you
I'm gonna fix that.
Cool. I'm just opening up the wound closure to remind myself what it does. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. I bet somebody has an effect for part of that too that you might want to grab.
Oh yeah. I didn't have push the talk down. I was just saying that I really like the look of the screen, but now that I'm trying to read, it is not.
Well, let
the
me know,
most
guys.
friendly shape.
I'm happy to put it back to. I'll just put it back because I don't want this to. Just give me a sec.
Well, just while we're reading, like I can't. It's hard for me to see this purple.
Yeah, that's the one problem with it. So I might just leave it. Or maybe I'll change it back, like you said, afterwards, because you shouldn't have to do too much reading. Let me know when you're done.
Does anybody want the potion of mind reading? There's a potion of superior healing in there.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 potions of superior healing. I don't know if everybody has 2 or.
I think I still
I have
have
3.
8.
8.
Okay, well I'll just to have it, I'll take it out of there. And then Ring of Protection, we all have those. Potion of Mind Reading, I'll take that just in case we need to do something with it. And then I think the rest of that stuff, nobody's using a shield really, and can anybody use those scrolls? They're all not.
The cleric can use move curse and detect evil and good. I think darkness as well.
So yeah, Vethador should take those if you want to have extra scroll.
I thought I looked at this. Oh, remove curse. Okay, copy. Yes.
Cool. And as a reminder, while you guys are looking at that, the collar that's in the inventory you found on the gargoyle, and you found 10 gems in it that looked pretty valuable. It was studded with 10 gems, and you also found a secret compartment, and you found a note, but no one could read it to this point. Nice. That was remove curse. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was like,
We were
okay.
just marveling in your knowledge of spell sound.
All right. So we all good? We got everything we need? I'm going to put the dungeon back.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to put the lighting back for a sec. So
Well,
leave that.
yeah, sorry. I would prefer not, only
Okay,
because I'm ready to go, but I'm still like doing coding and everything on my.
We'll just leave
so
it.
it's hard.
It's not that important. We'll just leave it. If I decide to do it
It
later
is.
for
It is a
effect.
great mood thing, but when you're trying to read shit, it's really bad.
Totally good. Totally good. All right. Well, let's get rolling. I'm going to start a little bit of background sound.
What was the note that you said is now available? I've got Legend of the Tomb and Message in the Ruins.
You should have info links for players and game info notes from the DM. I can reshare them, but they're shared with everyone.
Oh yeah, info links for players and game info notes from the DM. All right, copy.
Yep.
And then under story, I've got the handouts that you get for
Perfect.
the Message in the Tomb and Legend of the Tomb.
Yes, that's good to have. Good to have. You never know. You never know. All right. So we find ourselves in this room. Benazar, even though Jocko had looked diligently in this little 10 by 10 room that Benazar is in, Benazar actually did find a secret door. He realizes that it opens by pulling down and inward. It's hinged on the bottom. And that's where we left ourselves last time. So what do you all want to do?
Hey guys, I found a door that one of you should definitely open. That's not me.
I'll move in.
Nice.
Hopefully there's a pit behind it.
Jocko, your bravery is legendary.
Yes, bravery. Yes.
All right, so Jocko, you gonna open that up?
With my 8 intellect, I will open it up.
And I'll have pointed out how it's supposed to work.
Okay, so you do that, and so you pull down and inward, and the door opens, revealing another very similar 10 by 10 room.
I will step in and say, "It's no big deal."
And Jocko,
Look
as
around.
you enter that room, Jocko, kind of from all areas of the room, from the ceiling, from the walls, these crossbow bolts fire at you, and
Contact.
you dexterously dodge out of the way and do not get hit by any of them.
Danger sense.
That's right.
You don't have to be smart to be dexterous. All right. So I'm looking around to see if I step on something else, am I going to trigger another barrage? I'm looking at the floor to see if there's any like pressure plates or.
You're
anything
looking
like that.
around and you don't see anything that you stepped on. You have no idea why those came flying out of the walls and ceiling.
So I kind of peek back through the door and say, "Hey, Benazar, I tripped the trap. Come on in here." And last time I had trouble finding those secret doors. I think there might be something else in here. This looks like there's more to it. I'll move to the side.
How much gold will it take for you to come out and then go back in and see if that happens again?
It would cost me a rage, probably.
Nice guys. They're gonna keep going at him. They're
probably
gonna keep
too
going
much.
at these
Alright.
guys.
Against my better judgment, I will step inside the room.
Okay. You're in the room now and looking at a kind of a bare room similar to the one that's to the north.
All right. I really shouldn't be the one searching for anything. But I'll go ahead and I feel like I can investigate, see if you can find a similar secret door somewhere.
That's fine. I'll actually I'll give you perception or investigation. So go ahead and do either.
Investigation is much better. And I don't seem to have a
House
dice
rule.
tower for some reason.
Oh, hold on. That's weird. Now I don't see it.
I've got one.
It's
I've got
on.
one.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me turn it off and on again. Did that make it show up, Benazar? It should be that dragon head, right? It's a little different than most.
Yeah, it's not there.
Well, you know what? I mean, I
It
don't.
could have got moved. Did you move it at all, CJ?
I move it over to the right along the bar there, but it's not there.
I'm not sure what else to do, but you know what? I certainly don't want to spend a lot of time. You can roll it in the open until we figure it out. If we can figure it out later or you figure it out, let me know.
All right.
I'm not sure what else to do on my end. All right, so you're kind of looking, and you do find another door to the south, and you can tell that this door pivots on a central hinge.
Hey, Jocko, there's a door there, and like if you push around this side of it, it'll probably open.
You found it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. You should give it a shot. I believe in you.
You're so nice to me. I will
I
push the center.
All right, you do that, and the door opens into another room that looks very similar to the one you were just in.
All right, I'm going to grab the haft of my great axe and just put my great axe in the room to see if it. Oh!
As you're doing that, crossbow bolts again in the room you're in, and it appears in the room below you, fire. And once again, you don't even need to make a saving throw. You are not targeted or hit at all.
Hey guys, I don't know if it's smart for you guys to walk in these two rooms because I tripped the traps in the other room and they went off in both. Just a heads up, unless you're brave like me, I'll go into the next room.
Clerics are brave, right? I'm sure your god will protect you.
He will.
I think I detected
Right
a note of sarcasm in that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
It's a smidge.
I'm gonna try perception because I'm not that smart. I'm kind of wise though.
You have to roll in the tower. Benazar got to roll in the open because
I
he's
did,
pretty.
yep.
He's pretty. All right, and you do not notice anything.
He can get away with shit.
That's right.
All right. So I'm gonna walk back out, let these guys know, hey, I think if you go into another room after that last one, I couldn't find a door, but I'm sure there's one there because it's a pattern. But when you enter that other door, these two rooms may trigger some more traps, so just be aware. Because like I said, when I stuck my axe in the other room, both rooms started firing some bolts.
Kind of each round, these things go off, so I'm kind of seeing
If
how
you
much
find
time
the
they
door, I'll
spend.
go back in, but
We'll see.
I couldn't find it.
I don't see a lot of movement.
Brenazar will go check it out.
Get in there, pretty boy.
All right. Go ahead. Give me your best.
I will use a point of inspiration.
Oh wow. All right.
Oh. Because you're flush with inspiration, that's why.
And you do not find anything. You're searching. You kind of feel like there's got to be something here, but you do not find it.
There is. If there's a door down here, I don't see it. There's someone with your eyes than me. Take a look.
All right, I will come down. Shield up.
Above your head, nice.
Scared.
Protect those bolts coming down, yeah.
So Vethader, as you enter the room, your powers of perception, your foo is very strong, and
Extremely foo strong.
you notice on the south wall a door, and as you look at it, it looks to you that it clearly pulls inward and up at the bottom. It's kind of hinged on the top.
Oh, like an attic door, but on the wall. I start like blowing at the seams and like kind of moving some dust around, and then I start like pushing at it. And I think I have a crow. Yeah, I have a crowbar. I'll put the end on the bottom and try to. Basically, the bottom is where the seam isn't, right? The seam, I feel like the seam's on the top, so I'll put the crowbar on the bottom and kind of pull it back and try to get a something to grab and move it.
Okay. And just as you're starting to do that, even before you put that in, crossbow bolts come ringing around you.
Shoom.
And this time they do fire. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm super good at that.
And you do not succeed. And you take a little bit of piercing damage. Ooh, you take 10 piercing damage, 11 piercing damage. Is that right? But
my belief in the glamorousness of Benazar stops the damage from actually harming my flesh.
yes, it does. And Benazar, give me a perception. Yeah, give me a perception check. All right, so Benazar, you're kind of looking, and as you've been watching Jocko and Vethidor come in, you actually think this is more of a timed. As once you're in here, you don't think anything specific is triggering it. You think it's the amount of time you spend in each room, and you think it's just yeah.
Hey guys, this seems to work like cyclically, like they fire on time. So I think if we like wait in here and wait for them to fire, then we can go in and maybe get that door open without being shot.
All right, I'm gonna click the boots and run through the door that he just opened.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He hasn't opened it yet, but he certainly can.
Oh, okay.
And he knows it didn't. He doesn't. We don't think. You don't think that's what's triggering it opening. It's just the time you're spending.
Would the arrows have deterred me? My belief in the glamorousness of Benazar would give me fortitude to carry on through any amount of adversity.
No, I will continue to open this up for you. 1 second.
Quick question: the room between us and him, did the bolts go off again in there as well at the same time?
Yes. So it's in the room immediately below Benazar and the room Vethidor's in.
So we would be able to observe that and see if the timing is consistent.
Yes, absolutely.
Time it and run through. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
time it, and then kind of like when you're trying to get rid of hiccups, you count and then you drink water.
Nice.
That's how I do
All
it.
right. So you open it, Vethidor, and it kind of opens into a room, but this time you don't see a wall on the west hand side of this right now. It looks like it might be more of a passageway.
And this was where I'm moving, right? That's the one I'm at.
Correct.
Okay, so I still have my shield on one hand, and my other hand I put the crowbar, kind of push it into the side of my backpack.
Okay.
And I've got my my amulet of continual light, just kind of looking forward and trying to see if I see anything, trying to relay whatever I'm seeing back.
And you do see a passageway that goes on about another 25 feet that ends in a wall on the far end.
All right. So I'll look back at Benazar, and do I see them trying to time these arrow shots?
I don't know
Benazar is.
Yeah, Benazar can tell you if he's like relaying that information to you. Then yeah, you would know that.
So I'll say it looks clear so far. There's a hallway.
Right. I think if we wait for them to go off next, then we can get through without much problem. So you might want to come back here before that happens.
Or I might grab our shield of missile attraction and just plow through like a banshee.
Do I feel the need to come back, or do I feel safe?
Well, I mean, Benazar, tried to pronounce both of your names together. Benazar is telling you that he thinks that the triggering mechanism is the amount of time you're spending in this kind of the secret areas that you've been investigating.
Oh, all the rooms are blown up.
That's what you think. I mean, so tell me if you want to test that out for a few minutes or run back or what you want to do.
I guess I'll try to find the end of the gauntlet. Honestly,
Okay.
I'll say, well, I'm in the middle of it now. Let me see if I can find the next area to enter,
So
and I'll try to go down the hall.
Okay. And as you go down that hall, you again notice with your powers of perception on that far wall, you notice a door that looks like it slides up. And as you're looking at it, once again, crossbow bolts fire in this entire hallway, and in the 2 rooms above, Benazar can see them come down, but you are not hit at all. And you can certainly slide that door up if you'd like.
All right, I'll bring my crossbar or my crowbar out, and I'll do that as well. Did the first door that I crowbarred up close, or did it stay open?
No, it's open. It's still open.
Okay, so I'll work on this one, and I'll say, clear in here. None of that was those bolt sounds were coming from this direction.
Okay. You open.
As soon as Clark. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say he opens into another, and Vethor, you see another what appears to be a 10 by 10 foot room again.
So I'll
Clark
relay that I feel safe. Okay.
Clark determines that Vethor is getting too far away, so he's going to try to catch up to him all the way.
Benazar will reluctantly follow.
Okay. You kind of stand where you are, Jocko?
Yeah, I'm thinking frickin' Clark took off with the bag of holding with the shield of missile attraction, so I'm going to run like a banshee too and to there. And I'm going to put my shield that I haven't been using, I'm going to arm it on my arm and put it over my head.
Okay. All right, so what are we doing now? You're in do you see another 10 by 10 foot room?
I'm going to have the Master of Perception come in here and look around. I mean, I suppose I could look, but
All right, I feel perceptive.
Helm be praised.
I feel
Helm be
perceptive.
praised.
All right.
Step in after him and try to gander it.
So Vethidor, you again notice on the north wall, you notice a door, and you do believe that this one pulls inward and up at the bottom. It's kind of hinged from the top, so almost the opposite of the one a few doors back.
Inward up from the com.
So
All right, I'll relay that info.
Okay, and as you're relaying that and getting it ready to open, bolts shoot all around you all and do not hit you. So do you want to open that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you open that into another hallway. It's about 10 feet wide.
I go in as soon as he opens the door. I mean, I don't want to
Okay.
push him out of the way or anything, but
I get you.
get out of my way.
It's more of an elbow.
All right.
Now Clark is going to start looking around. He's been watching Vethidor, and he thinks he can do it now.
Give me a perception check in the tower, or a perception or investigation, and you can do it with advantage. You guys, are pretty confident you're looking for some secret doors now. Okay. You don't really notice anything on the walls that you're in, but as you're kind of looking a little bit further, you're pretty confident that you notice a door about 10 feet up, or I guess 15 feet up there.
Okay. I'll say, hey, guys, I see another place here. Let's get out of this arrow mess, and then I'll just open that door in whatever fashion it opens.
Okay, and
Jocko will
this,
join you.
okay, and this one looks like it just literally slides to the left. Slide it to the left. Are you opening it? Mark?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, I didn't hear you.
Can
Okay.
you hear me?
I couldn't before. So you open it to another.
Goddamn, look at these goddamn
10-foot
10-foot
room.
room. Yeah, I go in and
This will not be the whole
then
session.
see what happens.
All right. And this one on the west wall, you actually see the door has 7 studs that are all in a row. And as you're looking at that, bolts fly all around these areas again. but nothing happens to anybody. You guys are too dexterous. All right, and you think
So
that
there's-
you think. Let's see. Well, you gave me. Oh, you didn't give me a perception. Give me a perception on this one. So you can tell the studs are the solution here, but give me an investigation check, I guess, in the tower. See if you know what the
Okay.
right way to open this. Okay, so you think by pressing the first, the third, and the seventh button, the stud, you think the door, that's how you open the door?
Okay, so I do that.
Okay, you do that, and the door comes crashing down on you as it falls inward.
I try to
Oh,
catch it. I
man.
try to catch it.
Because that was your roll. And as you do that, you take... Actually, give me a dexterity saving throw first. I don't know if you have any bullshit advantages, but you can apply them.
Bullshit advantages. No, not if it's not based on sound. I don't. So dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Yeah, this might be bad. I'm strong. I can take.
You're an athlete. You could jump back.
Oh, and you actually are able to deftly kind of slide to the side and shove the door to the side as it comes crashing down, and it does no
On Jocko.
damage to you.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a good point. I could have done that. No damage to you.
Teamwork.
All right, so I dive out of the way there, or get the door and let it land on the floor, and then I say, "Looks like it's all clear, everybody."
And
What's-
Jocko looks at him, Master Clark. I saw what you tried to do there. I'm confused.
This is what happens when you refuse gifts, Jocko.
Nice.
Ah, that's what it was. I apologize again.
And it appears,
All
Clark, as
right,
you're kind of
I'm
putting
gonna-
the door's
Go
falling,
ahead.
so you can kind of see that it opens into a larger room. I'm just opening kind of what you can see from where you are.
Okay. Are those
So
glowing or anything, or is that just decorative tiles?
there's some inlaid tiles, and there's some it looks like there's all kinds of animals and strange signs and glyphs. So that's kind of what these things are, and I'll show you a picture as you. Actually, you know what? I'll show that to you now. And this is an old school one, so it just look at it for more of the idea of what you're seeing, because it's hard to describe. But as you think about these kind of circle-like glyphs, they're two-dimensional, and they're kind of
playing
on the
basketball.
wall. Yeah, they're on the walls. So it's not,
Gotcha.
it's kind of hard to show that, but think about the one on the top left as being kind of on the wall, literally on that far wall.
Okay. That old school art was so cool because that's the best they had back then. It was just awesome.
I think it's kind of cool because this one doesn't have anything. You're just supposed to describe it, which is fine, but it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to see those.
All right, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna look back over my shoulder and kind of shrug here it goes, and I'm gonna go in and see what nasty things happen to me.
Okay, as you look
Oh.
at that, there's glyphs and these things all over the wall, and you see a couple of doors, obviously on the west-hand side, but just all kinds of different colors, and I can describe each one as you kind of look at them, but different colors, different sections of the wall. Some are high, some are, kind of held head high, some are at the waist, some are at the feet. So let me open, let's see, you have dark vision, right? Clark?
I believe so.
He does, yep. And we
I think
can't
he's.
hear you,
I think
Clark.
he's forgetting
Oh,
push to talk.
I'm using my push to talk, but I don't know why you guys can't hear me.
We weren't, so something was going on.
It might be that whole thing where I move my mouse to my other thing and it defunks the sound. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I have dark vision.
Okay, so I mean, you see pretty far down, obviously, to the extent of your dark vision. It looks like this hallway continues to go down, but that's about as far as you can see from where you are.
Okay. I will say to Vethiter and Jocko, who are closest to me, I'll say, hey, why don't you guys check out some of these? I'm going to see what's down here at the other end. And I'm going to move down enough to see if I see to the end of the hall there.
Okay.
Go forth with vigor.
With Vega.
You.
And Benazar, just as you get out of the room, the bolts fire again from behind you, but do not hit you.
Rude ass bolts.
They are rude ass bolt.
All right, let me get. Let's see. Yeah, you can. I'm gonna unshade, even though you're not quite.
I would go down as far
That's
as it
fine.
took to be able to see.
So,
to see
It
the
looks
end.
like it goes down all the way to the bottom. On the bottom edge, you see what looks like it's more of some kind of portal. You can't quite tell from where you are, but it looks
like an open doorway kind of a thing.
Exactly,
Sort of? Okay.
kind of like an archway on the bottom.
Yeah. All right. So then I'm going to say to these guys, okay, so there's a way out down there. There's these 2 doors. What did you guys find about these glyphs that you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm sorry. If anybody's looking at particular glyphs, tell me what you're doing, where you're looking, how you're investigating, whatever you're doing. Just try to explain to me. Maybe point an arrow of which one you're looking at.
Jocko, look at the one to his north.
Okay. The one immediately above you, correct? That one's
Correct, yes.
That one's a silver sphere that is kind of at your feet on that east wall right above you. So it looks like it's kind of it looks like there's some kind of like jackal-headed figure that has that at their feet. And roll me a perception check.
All right.
Okay. All right. Anybody else looking at anything?
I'm looking for a red one.
A red one?
And
Okay.
I'm looking for one that matches the phrase "night's great color." And maybe that's midnight blue?
Okay, so that one
Night's good
appears to
color.
be red. So let me move you down there. So that's about 4 feet off the ground, held about waist high. But you don't see anything else unusual with it. And so Jay, or Vethader, it's hard to. There are turquoise colors. There's indigo. There's gray. So whatever you think. There's pale violet. There's black.
Probably black or indigo. I would go to first.
Okay. So let's see. 1 second.
Is this one indigo? I'm assuming this one's black.
Yeah, that one that you just pointed to is purple. Yeah, this one
Okay.
is black. Sorry, that's the one that's black, and then I showed you the one that's purple.
Oh. I'll head to the black one.
Okay, and as you get there,
Oh no.
give me in the tower. Give me an investigation check as you're kind of looking at it, and tell me what you're doing with it too. But it is black, and it's at about 3 feet off the ground as well.
I'm trying to first see if there's anything blocking my ability to look at it. Like I would start blowing away any dust with my breath. So I would kind of get close to it and kind of go like Indiana Jones style, where you're just kind of trying to see the thing that's probably been sitting there for a long time. And then I would try to get to the point where I can look at it closely.
Okay, as you do that, as you kind of go up towards it and you blow on it, it shimmers, and it's almost like it gets fainter for a second, and then kind of gets a little more solid again.
I'll say, guys, I tried to clear some of the dust off this rune, and it shimmered, and then it lost that luminescent light that I saw, and went back to the dull black color. Just as an FYI. And do I notice anything significant about the designs or the runic symbols or any kind of?
You don't, as you've walked down the halls and looked at some of these. None of them, they all look kind of interesting and strange in their own way. But this one doesn't stand out any more to you, other than kind of that shimmer that it did.
Okay. I'll continue there for a moment as the others carry on.
Okay.
Jocko's just gonna come down and twiddle his thumbs and go, I got no idea. I'll just watch you guys.
What kind of what's this down at the south? This exit? Is it another one of those misty doors?
It is, Benazar, and as you get kind of a little bit closer to it, right where you are there, 3 stones in the archway in front of you begin to glow. So there's one on the left-hand base stone shines with an olive hue. The one on the right glows citron, and the keystone 7 feet overhead gives off a russet light.
Oh no!
Don't touch the olive one, whatever
What
the
color is russet? Is that brown or like rust?
Russet,
what
I
I'm
believe, is a little bit like of a reddish rust, I believe.
Reddish rust. Okay.
And what was the second color? Citrus?
Citron. So
Citron.
that's usually, sorry, you're right, citron.
Is it a?
It's more of a yellow.
What is that? Okay. All right. So green. Shun green if you can.
They go through here, they
if
are
sheds
screwed.
of red stand for blood. The wise not need sacrifice.
And as you're
Fits
looking at
along the way.
as you're looking at this, just to be clear, the it's all clouded and veiled. It's like a haze that you're looking through. So you see these colors and these 3 stones around it, but otherwise you really can't see through this haze at all.
Is there any other egress from this room that in the west? Those slabs.
Those are doors.
Those are doors.
So, and Vether, while you're standing there, while these guys are focusing down there, give me another investigation check in the tower for me.
Fucking aces at investigating shit, boys.
We'll see.
All right. Well, as you look at that black circle, in addition to its shimmer, now as you're looking at it closely, you can tell that it's clearly an illusion, and you see now that you're staring at it intently. If I don't move the whole map, you actually see a crawl space behind it.
A crawl space. A crawl space for what size creature? Like a human crawl space?
Yeah, you definitely. You think any of you could kind of squeeze your way through and crawl through it? But yes, it's big enough for any of you to crawl through.
All right, I'll say, guys, there was an illusion over here, and behind this imagery, this sorcery, I say with poison in my tone, is a crawl space.
All right, Jocko is a half dwarf, so he's used to tunneling. He'll head on up there and kind of take a look in with his dark vision to see a little further back to see if he sees any danger.
Okay, and as you're doing that, CJ, which did you look at? Which circle did you look at?
The red one. That one, I believe.
Damn it. Okay. So CJ, as you
I
looked,
don't like.
no, as you looked at that one, CJ, that's my fault. I read that one wrong. You actually noticed something similar. So you do see again an illusion masking a crawlway behind that.
Oh.
I thought that was another. There's so many of these I have to flip through, and they're not marked very well. So my fault.
That's all right. I got entranced by the door. I'm like, oh yeah, hey guys, there was one
There you
behind this one too.
Let's take a look down there with dark vision.
Okay. All right. So now they're pretty obvious to you both. So as you look down this one here, it looks like it goes about another 35, 40 feet. And then it looks like you can just make out it might bend down to the right, possibly.
Jocko looks down. Split the party?
I got.
And the DM
I got a dog
says,
right,
yes,
Jocko.
yes,
What do you got?
yes.
Yeah, the DM loves it.
Push all the levers down.
Nice.
I did that. Not good.
So
All right, I
instead,
gotta. Oh,
instead
go
if we
ahead.
go with red, we want to sacrifice a ring of magic metal. It sounds like, again, if this riddle is to be believed, sounds like the black passage will lead to a fight, which I'm okay with. I don't think we have any more spare rings, so that might be the way to go.
We do have a ring of protection.
We
that,
do, yeah, we do
still
have
on the
one
ship.
ring of protection that we can give up if we need to.
And Vethador, I did open that up. It looks like again, it's another with your light that you have, the magical light. You can tell that it looks like it might be a pathway that kind of dips down a little bit to the south.
Curves a little. Okay.
Yep.
I wish this was
See
a
what
tomb
they
of
do?
whores.
You would.
Yeah, that it turns down. That's
I would
good
too. I'm just saying you would.
Right, you would, but you're saying I would. I see what you did. Well, what color did we say the one is by Jocko? That's not black.
It is.
Oh, it is black. So that leads to a fight, and the red leads to.
Jeez.
Okay,
with
yeah, let's do
authority.
that. Let's do it.
Which one?
Benazar's into it. I'm into it.
Go fight shit.
Let's fight.
Alright,
Let's go fight
back
shit.
in blank.
Back in black.
And all of a sudden you start hearing dun, 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 dun. No, just kidding. All right.
Oh, I bring hell's bells.
All right. All right. So Jocko, it's pretty tight in there, but you can kind of squeeze through and
I'm
make
gonna
your
move
way
in and make room
down.
for everybody, so we're not splitting the party.
All right, centipede it up.
Oh God, nice. There we go.
Nice.
Copyright Warner Brothers Records.
Yeah,
That's
right.
about as far as you can go without getting dinged on YouTube.
Well, Rob knows. He knows the secrets.
I know the secret. As
I don't
you
know
come
if
to
it's actually Warner Brothers. It might be someone else.
And so, Jocko, you're noticing as you're kind of looking down, it looks like the pathway is starting to dip down. So you're kind of walking, not at a really steep angle, but enough that you feel like you're going below the level of the hall that you were just in.
Like it's sloping down, so we can go
Correct.
under. Oh, okay. So this tunnel's going down, guys. Vethador, are you coming in before I make
Yes,
the break?
If only we had a grease spell, we could have some fun before we die.
Nice.
Oh, look at this bullshit.
It's an underbridge.
Oh, whoops! Hello, don't move me.
I won't.
I got crazy.
So, so Jocko, you notice that you're kind of going under the room, and as you do that, it goes this way. 1 second.
Oh, so it doesn't just come back out in there. We're descending.
Right.
Oh,
That's what I was trying to
oh,
describe.
now
is that it's kind
something's
of
happening.
going
Jocko's
underneath.
committed.
Jocko dashes.
I love my tunnels.
Ew.
You're a freaking under mountain guy or whatever.
The Underdark, sir.
That's right.
Because it's
Whatever, it's the same.
it's beneath you and it's dark.
All right, and as you get
It's a very creative.
about there, let me open up another map. Give me a second.
So as you're open the map, I'm counting heads, going Clark, Benazar, where the hell's Bethador? We need some healing over here. And I holler back
Sorry.
to the tunnel, wake him up.
Oh, we're all gone. Holy shit.
Benazar
that-
just stares at Jocko for a minute, like I didn't just heal you through the whole fucking dungeon last time.
Nice.
God.
Bethador, are you heading down with them?
Yes, I'll follow.
Okay, so let me gonna get you in the general. This is kind of a tight cavern, so it's kind of hard to put you in squares, but stand by.
And I whisper in Benazar's ear, hey, don't make me rage. Talking bad about me like that. I love you, man. You know that.
You don't show it.
All right,
I'm
we're
a
going.
bit of a knucklehead. I don't know how to do that, but let's go.
We're going to the right. I mean that. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm all good. I'm all good with it.
All right.
There's about to be a fight. According
we
to
just
that
need Bruce
poem.
Buffer to let's get ready to rumble.
All right, stand by 1 second.
for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching at home.
It's time.
He used to do the announcing for the main events on Monday Night Nitro.
Who did,
Watched that a
Michael
lot as a
Buffer?
kid.
So
Yeah.
Jocko,
Yeah, Michael. Yep.
Yeah, he's awesome.
you get down to the bottom pathway here, and you are confronted with solid stone.
All right, that's a trick. Let's go through it.
I'll kind of look at it and pull out my old pickaxe miner's pick that I brought with me and say, "What do you think, guys? Does this look like it's something we should plow through, or are we checking the walls first?"
It certainly looks like a Jocko job. So
I'm gonna look at it and see if there's any kind of latches or buttons, or because it's a little strange for a tunnel to end suddenly.
Give me a perception check. And you don't see anything. It looks to you like this is the end of the path.
So I'll kind of step back and go, "Hey, that's the door!" Kind of yelling down the tunnel and waking all the monsters up. We need a
we're unlocked.
perception
Okay.
down here. There's a wall at the end. I don't know what the hell. I think there's some kind of way to get through it without having to break out my pickaxe. But if you want to check it out, that'd be good.
No pickaxes. All right, we're trying to be quiet here. I will try to squeeze by and get to where he's indicating.
Okay. You do that, and as soon as
Shining.
you look at the wall, you do see what is obviously to the south. I was holding shift, hold on. But you do see an obvious outline of a door it was very hard to make out, but you do see that there is obviously a door that leads.
Full-size door.
Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty full-size door, yep.
As soon as Clark notices that Vethater finds a door, he looks over to Jocko and quirks his mouth sideways, like.
Yeah, I put both hands up and go, "I'm a little bit perceptually blind. You know that. You've been with me a while."
we
Nice.
just have ADD. It's not our fault.
Did you go
I was
through,
just
or-
trying to read this note. If you find the false, you find the true, and into the columned hall you'll come, and there the throne that's key and keyed. 2 pits along the way be found to lead to fortuitous fall, so check the wall.
We did
So
a pit already, right?
So I'm saying to the group that 2 pits along the way sounds like what we found, and check the wall sounds like this wall. So I'm trying to I'm mumbling under my breath and saying things like that, and then
Okay.
I'll try to check for any pressure plates or crossbow bolt openings of trapped poison arrow nests, or yeah, I guess I'm looking for crossbow openings because that's what we've been seeing a lot of. Holes.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
The music changed. in
Holy
the
Christ, there's
tavern.
ominous music.
And no, I mean, it looks pretty standard to you. It looks like it was very difficult to find, but you don't notice anything unusual at all.
All right, I'll start with a push to see which direction the hinge goes.
Okay, it looks like it pushes open to you, kind of open, and then maybe down and to the right, so kind of straight down
Okay,
and to the east.
I'll do that then. I will
Hey.
do that.
You do that, and it looks like, from what you can tell, just from that little sliver before you walk in, that it looks like it's some kind of temple area.
Oh shit. Do I recognize any of the religious paraphernalia, or just general tools of worship? Incense,
Well,
maybe
I mean,
oils.
from where you are, you can just kind of make out there's some pews. So you can see kind of the edge of some pews on kind of towards the center here. On the wall, you can just make out some normal scenes, normal life, but the people seem to have some rotting flesh and worms eating at them and so forth.
All right, I'll say to the group, we've got corpses ahead. It looks like some kind of religious hallway. There are pews and altars, as if somebody was worshiping, or if these corpses were involved in some kind of worship. And I'll step on through the doorway.
If this is a temple of miracle, I'm leaving.
Okay. And as you enter, you see what's obviously now a temple area. I already described a little bit of the walls. There are also various religious symbols of good alignment. There's a mosaic path leading between 4 rows of wooden pews that face the worship area. And in front of the pews, there's a wooden railing that divides the room. South of it is an altar in front of a tiered dais on which sits a wooden chair. And you can kind of just make out to the southwest what looks to be kind of a skeleton lying on the ground. But you can't really see much more than that.
And the throne is empty.
Correct.
And is the skeleton clothed? Is there like equipment and armor or anything like that, or is it kind of like rotted to like full bone white skeleton status?
It's pretty much bone white skeleton status.
Okay. All right. I'll take another step in the room and guidance myself as I look behind me to see if I'm being followed.
Looks like Clark is following you.
Clark is following you. He's not
Clark
gonna-
is following.
Jacko will run in.
Holy shit.
That's guidance, that's all. I love how it makes you nervous, though.
Jacko's going to step over to the pew and kind of run the back of it and go, you know, when I was a kid, my human dad, we used to fart in the pews, me and my brothers. So that's why they're called pews.
Oh, well, take away an
Get out.
inspiration.
Just get out.
You lose your inspiration.
Oh, she got it.
Just kidding. All right. So, Beth, yeah, so obviously, Beth, they're following you in.
All right. And it's pitch black, obviously, right?
It is, yeah. So, I mean, those with dark vision can obviously see some, and if you still have your light on, you can see through that radius. But
I'm lighting it. I will start to look at the skeletons that are in the pews. You said, right?
no, just the only skeleton you see is you can barely make it out. That's kind of down at the bottom in the southwest.
Okay, I thought they were dead people. All right. I'll say,
on the walls. Let me show you a little bit, and well, actually, I'll wait till you get in a little bit further, and then I'll show you another picture.
Okay. I will. I'll actually start by not walking on the path.
Okay.
I'll actually start down this way.
All right. So you walk
Does
down
anything
there. Nope, nothing at all. And let me lock tokens. I didn't realize I hadn't locked them. But yep, nothing happens.
Aw.
All right. I want to get up to the railing and kind of rest my hands on it and look around.
Okay.
See if I see anything a little bit closer.
So as you've gotten a little bit closer, you can tell that the chair that's kind of sitting on top of the dais is nicely
Does
carved.
it feel like a chair or a throne? It doesn't feel like a throne.
No, it seems it's a chair. And stand by, see if I have any other information. I have a little bit more to give you there. Yeah, so let me give you a few more things. On either side of the dais are large freestanding brass candelabras that are holding 5 white candles. In each corner on the southern wall is a large white pottery urn stoppered with a brass and wood plug. Sprawled on the floor near the west wall is a human skeleton in black chainmail that is badly rusted and damaged. The skeleton's outreached arm points to a stone archway set in the wall. The opening is filled with opaque, bright orange vapors. So it looks, again, old image, but it looks like this.
Gross.
So it seriously looks like he's pointing with his little skeleton finger, nubby skeleton nubs?
It does.
Oh. And this archway looks familiar as the other archways do.
It does. I mean, you can't. Yeah, from where you are, you don't notice much, but it definitely looks like mist again.
All right. Well, I want to get in range to activate the colorations on that archway. So I'm gonna walk down and say, "Excuse me."
Okay.
And I'll basically kind of sidestep as you would do when you're walking down pews like that, with my head facing or my face facing forward towards the dais and the altar and the chair.
Okay.
And
I'm
expecting it to light up.
Yeah, so as you're kind of walking through the center aisle and looking at the altar, which is obviously that right there is the altar, standing in front of that that kind of raised dais, you can tell that it's kind of a block of some strange material that seems to glow like a pale opalescent blue. Not real strong, but just kind of faint.
Like midnight blue?
No, more of a fainter, probably a lighter blue than that. Kind of like it shows on the map. It's kind of more of that, I don't know, sea blue.
So from the picture, it looks like it would contain fluid. Almost like holy water.
No, it's just a block of this strange. You're not really sure what the material is.
Okay.
Clark, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
Okay, you're just kind of looking. All right,
I just, as these guys are moving around the room, I just kind of went down the center path and just kind of strolled down there.
Okay.
But I have no specific intent at this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look at this slab that was the door. I want to know why this path leads right to it. Yeah, what does it look like, if anything?
I mean, it looks like it was intended to be pretty well hidden, but that's about all you can tell. I mean, it looks like that was really intended to show just a stone wall and not necessarily to have revealed the room that you're in. But that's all you can get.
All right.
As they are doing their doingness, I will cast Detect Magic as a ritual for 10 minutes. And if I feel threatened, I will stop. This is going to take off guidance. I'll do that. And you see me, they have seen me cast Detect Magic before, so they get the feeling that they can understand what's happening. But they have 10 minutes.
Okay. Stand by. Can you throw Detect Magic into the chat for me again? Just so I can... You know what? I have it.
And Jocko's kind of pacing back and forth like Obi-Wan, like the door in front of him's closed for 10 minutes.
Even dropping the link in chat does a thing.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Okay. So you definitely get some sense, but you're really not even sure. Typically, you would know what school. You get some sense that this archway has some type of magic in it, but that's all you can tell. Which I know is unusual, but that's all you can tell from that.
Does the body or the altar or the chair have any magic? The skeleton with that chainmail you mentioned.
The skeleton does not really radiate any magic at all. The altar, yeah, it's unusual. You sense a little bit of magic, and given you're a cleric, I'm also going to tell you that it actually registers just very, very faintly. You're not even sure if you're really getting this, but that the altar is kind of coming across as a desecrated object.
Desecrated. I'm not happy about this. See this look of almost palpable disgust fall over me as I wave my Detect Magic beam at the altar.
Get that amulet of Helm in your hand and make ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out this candelabra thing, assuming that's what that is.
Yep, that's exactly what that is.
And then, if there's nothing special about it, I'll go check out the column in the corner there.
So you check out the candelabra. I mean, it looks very nice quality, but you don't notice anything unusual about it at all.
All right. And are these columns, or are they maybe like urns, or
Those
what
are
are these
the
in the corners?
those are the urns that are in the corners. So those are white pottery urns stoppered with a brass and wood plug in them.
All right. Any images on the urns?
No, they're actually just they look painted, but no, there's no other images on them.
Benazar will contemplate opening these urns. He's not going to do it yet. But
Okay.
he's thinking about it.
All right.
After I've done my detect magic, I kind of walk towards the archway and expect the three lighted stones, the keystone in the top, and then the two lower stones to light. Does that happen?
Are you gonna move over towards the body? I mean, so what do you?
Yeah,
what do you-
I'll cross the railing,
Okay.
and I'm basically right next to the body.
Okay, you do that, and it does nothing lights up. No stones light up at all.
Wow, boys. And this archway looks like the other two we've seen, right?
It does.
Jocko's going to go over there, pull out a javelin, and without putting any of his flesh through the mist, he's going to shove his javelin in, kind of poke around, and then pull it back out and see if anything happened to it.
Okay, you do that, and it kind of disappears in terms of the mist kind of congeals around it, and as you pull it back in with a dramatic pull, the javelin comes back out just like it was.
And no sprinklers go off or anything like that?
No sprinklers go off. No.
Do I feel like the line, the throne that's keyed and keyed, has anything to do with this? Yeah, this doesn't feel like a throne. I already asked that. Never mind.
Right. And it's kind of a very nice wooden and cloth chair, but nothing else that you can tell about it.
Benazar is going to go check out the chair.
I'm looking at the line. Iron Men of Visage Grim do more than meet the viewer's eye. In my head, I'm thinking about that line, and I'm gonna check the men in the painting on the walls.
Okay. So you check the painting, and you check all the, or at least all the, like the frescoes on the walls, and
Do the eyes move? Do they
nothing.
follow me?
Nope, you don't really notice anything.
They're
Clark will then
human?
begin.
What's that?
Sorry, they're human, right?
Yeah, they're human. They look like they have flesh kind of rotting and skeletal hands, worms eating them. So they're not pretty, but yes, they're definitely human. And Jocko and Clark, what are you guys doing at the altar?
Clark is going to start to examine the altar.
How are you examining it?
Is there anything on it?
You don't see anything on it. No, it's just kind of like I said.
So
it's
then
got
I'm going
that-
to start looking at it as I would anything that I, put my hands on it, run my hands along the top and sides, and just start looking to see, like, is this simply just something that's sitting here, or is there something more that meets the eye?
I heard
And
something.
as soon as you touch it, a lightning bolt comes screaming up this entire path from the back wall and slams into you. And why do they not
It's
have
Benazar.
the other idea? No.
He's pretty. He's more of an attraction, lightning attraction.
Right? So
From kind of like down that brick walkway is where the lightning came.
From the back wall, yeah.
straight down this way. So let's see. I'm going to give you a dexterity save.
It's obviously meant to hit the person sitting in the chair, but it got me instead.
And this lightning slams into you, but you
Good
absorb
Christ.
quite a bit of it. But
21 points a day.
yes.
Jesus.
And after that happens, Clark, though, you notice something strange. after your head clears, which takes a moment. But you notice that the altar has now turned a fiery blue-red.
What color was it before?
It was like an
Opal something.
opalescent blue.
So I'm going to ask Jocko, the closest person to me, what color is this altar?
It's like a bluish red.
So it's
Oh,
purple.
so he sees that too. Okay.
Yes, he does. He does.
All right. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move out of the way of where lightning comes.
Okay.
And then I am convinced that there's something up with this altar. Obviously, I touched it. I got struck by lightning. Something's
Also,
going
you
on.
fool! That altar is desecrated.
Oh, I didn't know.
And
I didn't
I'll
know.
say I'm sorry.
Oh, scholarly one, explain.
There's a presence here. Something evil has made its home, and that altar is key.
It's almost like we're in a demi-lich's tomb or something.
Right? So sorry, Clark, did you say you're just kind of getting out of the way of the center is what you're doing right now, right?
Yeah, I'm just getting out of the way.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
If this was solid red, I might suggest throwing the ring on it to see what happens. But it's not solid red. Maybe somebody should touch it again while I move away.
I'll take out a javelin and poke at it from a distance.
All right, wait.
Hey,
I'm gonna move further away. I'm gonna go over here by Vethader because I don't like that lightning shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna move first before he touches it.
All right. And Jocko, as you prod it with the spear, the altar explodes in a burst of fire, engulfing you and Benazar.
Ah!
cleansed.
Nice sound effect.
And it blows to smithereens.
The altar blew up.
Yes,
Oh.
the altar blew up, exploded in a fireball.
Jocko, you purged the evil from that altar. How'd you do that?
That is what I do. I wound opener.
Nice job, bro. Oh, look, Benazar's on fire.
Damn it.
Didn't hurt me too bad.
It did not affect his face, only his extremities.
That's lucky for him.
Yeah, well, he can ride a cycle now. His leg hairs are burned off.
What color is the altar now?
The altar is no
Okay.
color. It's in a million pieces.
It's blown up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it literally exploded. Yeah.
That's not good at all. Did it leave anything behind?
Nothing, just bits and pieces, fragments, nothing that is of note.
I pick up a small fragment and I throw it at Jocko.
Okay, and it
I
burns him
dodge.
for 1 point of damage. Well, no, you dodge out of the way, so you don't take any damage.
Yeah, I was moving. I'm going for the chair
Alright.
because I want to sit down. That was brutal.
I move further away.
He sat in the chair. Oh no.
Tired, man. That's what I do. Don't step on that skeleton. I think he's got a pointer for us.
Well, I didn't like what we found with this altar. I didn't like it. And we're too scared to go through this mist, right?
I've been through the mist before, and you guys followed me. But if I go, I can come back like last time. Maybe.
We could Kirk and Spock it. Just everybody jump through at the same time.
It's orange mist on this one. The other mist wasn't orange, was it? I'm trying to remember that mist color.
I think it was gray.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was more grayish. It looks very similar to what it was before, but you're not sure.
I'm going to open this urn.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out my crowbar. I'm going to try to wedge it in there and remove the stopper.
You remove the stopper and kind of take a peek inside, and all you see is kind of a dust or maybe perhaps ashes.
We're up to his prom date.
Wow.
I kick the urn and then I walk away.
Nice.
So we can either go through the mist, or we can go back up and go through the other door. The other little crawl space we found. It's up to you guys. I mean, I've already exploded, so that's probably the worst thing.
So
that
what
can
the hell's
happen
the
to me
difference
today.
at this point? Right?
Yeah.
I'm confused, so I'm game with either of these options.
All right, since we've been bypassing the mist up to this point, this looks like a good place to investigate. I'm an adventurer. Do you approve, Master Clark?
Well, what are you gonna do exactly?
I'm gonna pass
You
through
gonna-
the mist.
Oh, you going through this mist again? Do we want to even bother to go through the exercise of the whole rope thing, or is that not gonna
yeah,
work?
yeah, no reason to do that.
As the one person here with teleport, it should probably be me that goes through the mist.
like it.
Thank you, brave one. I knew you would.
Brave,
step up.
brave Sir Bard.
You saw my fierceness, and you said, "I can do it."
Bravely ran away
Set
from
a
the
good
mist.
example,
I
Jock.
didn't.
Jocko, if something horrible happens to me, I'm coming back and taking all your stuff. I just want you to know that now.
Okay.
All right.
He's gonna
You
Let's
do
do
could
this.
try. You could try.
Benazar kind of doubles over for a moment, and he takes several deep breaths, and he jumps through the mist.
Okay, you jump in the mist and stand by while I pull you into a private chat for a second along with Rob.
Oh snap!
Dun, 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 dun.
Why does Rob get to go? Oh.
We're doing it. He didn't pull him.
What the hell? Oh, there we go.
Okay, so Benazar, as soon as you walk into the room, you notice a couple of things. One, you kind of feel like you're brushing your hair, and all of a sudden you feel like your hair has grown much longer, and your shirt has become very tight around you. You actually realize now that you are now no longer male, you are female.
I can dig it.
In addition, can you roll me roll me a percentile dice? Yeah, just do that, please. Okay, so you can role play this how you want, but your alignment is now lawful good instead of
For
chaotic
God's
neutral.
sake. All right. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to make a note of that. I'm going to pull you back into chat. You can jump out and say whatever you want, but they'll definitely notice, but I'll let you role play it and say whatever you want about your appearance and the like. So
All
here we
right.
go. Okay,
Neither. I don't know.
we're back.
So Benazar steps back out from the mist. Only it might not be Benazar, because now instead of the prettiest half-drow dude you've ever seen, it is the hottest half-drow chick you've ever seen.
No.
Just gorgeous. Long,
Caitlin.
luscious hair. The shirt was not made for her, so it's really tight. And she just kind of steps out and she looks at all of you, and she just starts crying. She says, "I'm so sorry, guys. That was a big dick just the whole time."
Oh man.
I need to sit down for a bit.
Wait. Did it turn you into a woman, or were you always a woman and this was a glamour?
I think this is new, but like my whole inner universe has changed, guys. I don't understand what just happened, but I feel so bad about so many of the things that I've done with my life.
Do you accept Helm as your Lord and Savior?
Honestly, Helm might be too much of a dick. I'm just gonna put that right out there. I might be more of a tier follower now. He seems cool.
Okay.
Wait,
all
I
right.
think we need to verify what's happening here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to grab
Like,
for the lower
physically.
regions.
Don't touch.
Physically?
We need,
Physically?
yeah, like
This isn't that
Well,
kind
with
of
our
stream.
eyes, I mean, with our eyes, you know.
No,
that-
I was
need
thinking
to-
like a cool breeze
Full-
comes across.
Full cavity search.
Are they BBs
Bennett-
or Pinky?
hashtag
It's
not me.
It's a Finkel and Einhorn moment from Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Say hello to Captain Winky.
Wow.
20
Your
seconds is all
gun
it
is
took.
digging into my hip. He moves away. Oh, sorry, she moves away.
Well,
That
what
how you
happened on
doing
the
was
other
supposed
side
to be
this
in the voice
portal,
of
Ben, is
Joey.
We'll call you Bethazar from now.
Do you? I'm so sorry that this happened. I'll immediately cast Dispel Magic on him at 3rd level.
Oh,
You hear me saying some magic words, and I'll put my hand on his shoulder.
And Jacko looks at Bethador and says, "Write this wrong."
So you do that, and
I'll
you
click a 3rd level slot.
okay. You do that, and you kind of feel the magic course from your hand into her body, and you see the exact same person that's been there for the last 5 minutes. Nothing's changed. Still a she.
I'll use a scroll of remove curse, and I'll pull out the scroll and say,
Hold, brother.
say, even though I agree with you becoming more in tune with the goodly gods of the cosmos, I feel like this unnatural thing was forced upon you, and I don't agree with this. And I'll use a scroll of
Jacko
remove
says-
curse.
Hold,
Are you-
brother. Hold.
Are you calling women unnatural? Is that what you're saying?
Hold,
Did
brother.
you-
Hold. I'm telling you, this
You
is not
choose this, I'll
Benazar.
say.
If alignment
This
was
is
referred by
another-
entering the
that's-
orange portal, remove
Benazar
curse.
is an elitist. He would never kowtow like he is now, no matter how transitional things happen. Don't waste that scroll of remove curse.
Do you
That's,
still try? And Benazar, if he does, do you accept?
Yes, I do.
All right.
All I'm saying is I could get used to this. You know what? Give it a try. I don't like this guilt thing that's going on. It feels very uncomfortable. So go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay. I'll use the scroll.
You do it, and nothing changes.
Ah,
I'm reading the if alignment
I
is
may not be
restored.
smart,
So
but
if
I
he,
know these things.
so if he does it, I think
both
I'll
love this
retroactively
and
apply
hate
it.
this. I don't understand.
Clark is definitely contemplating running into that mist.
All right. I'll mark off the scroll of remove curse. I have
Okay. Now, if he goes back in, guys,
Well,
I will restore it.
Benazar, when you were in there, did you see anything else? Were there any other ways out, or what? Or was it just mist
I was a little distracted. I didn't really look.
by boobs? Well, I don't see an advantage to going in there unless you want to go in and change back.
I don't know if that'll work well.
Might come out a frog.
I might come out as something horrible. I don't know.
Just don't watch the movie The Fly. You'll be fine. All right.
Yeah, I think he is referencing the spider in Game of Thrones.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I guess
He's a
are we done
eunuch.
with this? Are we done with this mist archway then? Shall we? I mean, we blew up the altar and we we got it. We changed a dude. I might
a
wanna
sex
sit down
and
and be
alignment.
there just to think it over.
So,
Yeah,
Ro-
sex and
Jacko's
alignment, that's
gonna
right.
walk over and go, "Hey, do you still have your drow powers of bardic immenseness?"
Have you looked at me, Jocko?
You're more
What is
beautiful
bardic
now. Actually.
immenseness?
You are
What does
more
that
beautiful than before. Well, he's a bard. Bardic immenseness. He's always been awesome. He's been healing me all through the whole thing. Yeah.
Goddamn right.
Hey,
So
Jocko,
I
give me a
don't-
perception check, Jocko.
All right.
And no, it's not about Benazar for anybody on the stream that's wondering. So, Jocko, as you kind of walk up and get that close to the pew, you notice that the pew is actually hinged. So just kind of like you would think of like a whole bench seat, it looks like that seat is hinged.
Hey, something's up here. There's some kind of hinging action on this. Let me tilt this back and see what's beneath it.
Okay. So you do
I
that.
call the other party members so they can watch me do it. So if something happens.
As you do that, gas begins to quickly fill the room. And Jocko and Benazar, to start with, give me Constitution saving throws.
Jacko and Benazar, you said, right?
Sorry, Jocko and Benazar, yeah.
Con saves, you said?
Yes, please.
When people stop doing things, it'd be great.
All right.
You mean like going into a mist?
So poor Benazar, this
Making
is not...
altars explode.
Oh man, Jocko almost went through that mist. He would have been.
That's where you say douche.
So
Oh
Ah.
man, somebody's sick.
Benazar, you feel like this gas is just poisoning your whole body. You just feel sick as hell. And everyone else, tell me what you're doing as the entire room is filling with gas right now.
She used to be hot.
I am crawling for the exit.
I'm bolting full speed to the exit.
Oh, I'll fall.
Jocko feels no problems. He's looking at what's under the pew that he just unpewed.
He just depued. I like it.
Okay. You don't see anything in that. It's empty. What about you, Vethader? Are you staying in while the
Yeah, I'm right.
gas? Okay, so I'm gonna drop. Are you both? Okay, you're running. Okay. Jock, are you immune to poison?
I am not, but it didn't get me for whatever reason.
That's true. That's a good point, actually. Yep. All right. Are you doing
All right,
anything else?
well-
And Jocko, as the room fills, it does appear as after the folks are you Benazar and Vethader, are you kind of running all the way out, or if you see the gas coming towards you, would you get out of the way? I assume.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to run. Yeah.
Okay. Well, certainly as the gas fills the room, it does look like it's already beginning to dissipate. So doesn't look like it's staying in the room. It looks like, you know how poison gas in
Oh, it's
particular
like
can be very heavy. So
It's like a bad fart.
pretty much it clouded up and now it's kind of dissolving or kind of dissipating and kind of going towards the ground.
Well-
Jocko's curious. He's going to check if any of these other pews are hinged.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
are,
Clark
in
would come
fact.
back in and start unhinging these other pews.
All right, hey, if you guys want to stand outside, I'll pull these back.
Stay right
since
You'll
I'm-
do it. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, that way everybody doesn't get poisoned. Let's get Lady Benazar cleaned up over there, and I'll pull the pew back.
Okay, so you pull it back and you see it's just filled with silver pieces. And by your count, eyeballing it, you think there's over 4,000 silver pieces in that pew.
Holy shit!
Nice.
I'll put that in the party sheet.
Bag of holding. And I'll move down to this one and check for hinges while Clark's filling his bag of holding.
Oh, nice. You changed portraits. Couldn't break immersion.
All right, and you do it into this one, and you notice the same thing, but this time you see thousands of electrum pieces.
Whoa!
So you think there's 3,000 electrum pieces.
Nice. And I'll check this one as well.
It creaks up, and again, this time you see 2,000 gold pieces scattered in there.
Gold pieces.
All right, he's going to pull a little Vethadur and do the sidewalk with this, and kind of trip through the pews because pews make you trip. And the other side, jump across the thing so I don't trigger any lightning.
Okay.
Start at the front with this one here and see if there's a hinge on this one.
It looks, now that you're looking at these, it looks very similar to the pew here, and you can tell that these hinges look much bigger than the hinges of the pews behind and the rows
All
behind.
right, I'm gonna bypass that one. I'm gonna suspect that there's some kind of gaseous,
Okay.
and unless someone else wants to come in and bravely do that, since I'm opening all these other ones and that one, I'll open this one now that I'm next to.
I'm never being brave again.
You open this one and it's empty. Yeah, nothing in the pew.
All right,
Same thing with
do the same.
with that one. That one's empty.
and that
and
one
that-
as well.
Last one is empty as well.
So then dumbass comes running in. What about this one? And then he
Go for it, baby. Go for it.
He opens that one.
My master is awesome. Master Clark, I should say. He's not like I'm not a slave or something.
And as you open it,
my teacher.
you think if you hadn't have triggered the other, this would have triggered the poison gas, but it appears to already have been triggered.
Ah, okay. So we're out of here with our mini coins. Nice.
I don't know if I should have given them more, guys, but they did not find the area that they could have.
Do we need
No.
to search the walls in the temple to see if there's any secret passages besides
Oh,
the mist?
Yeah,
You
we
can?
could have searched the walls for sure.
Yeah, Vethadir's the most perceptive. I'll come in to
I searched the wall with the paintings. I guess I could go search the other one.
So tell me where you're searching. I mean, just at least give me this
The east
entire
wall.
wall or this whole east wall. Okay.
I'm just like using my eyes and looking for hinges and dust and traps and little pinholes for crossbow bolts to shoot out of and hinges for doors or seams for doors.
Okay.
Seeing if the stonework is it stonework that has like bricks and mortar, or is it a solid
It's more of a solid, it's a solid wall.
Stone.
Yep, solid stone.
all right, so yeah, that's what I'm doing basically.
Okay, and as you're looking on this east wall, something down here on this wall, should have drawn it the other way, catches your eye.
All right, I'll take a step back and what do I see?
And as you look there, you notice a small slot, and I pronounced that enunciated there, slot, with the letter O faintly traced above it. And as you contemplate what that means, it's probably a good time for a 10-minute break.
All right.
I think of the term. If you find the false, you find the true, and into the column tall you'll come, and there the throne that's keyed and keyed. I don't know. That entered my head as that happened. And
All
break
right.
time.
Excellent. So we'll be back. I have 8:33, so we'll say 7:33. So how about 7:43? We'll be back.
All right.
All
All
right.
right. Thanks, guys.
Sounds good.
Everybody should be back shortly.
They're never coming back.
They should. I think Benazar is proud of his new look.
Oh my God.
I feel like this is the best possible outcome for Tomb of Horrors. If I make it out of it just being turned female and lawful good, I feel like I won.
Whoa! You're
Back
lawful
stream.
good now?
Sorry.
Yeah. if this were third edition, I'd be fucked because Barth couldn't be lawful.
Oh man, didn't realize that.
But now we're okay.
Yeah, I have a feeling that would have been really challenging, and like you said, some of the earlier editions, there's some severe penalties. I don't know what you do in that case. I guess you'd change class. I don't know.
You probably just do a lot of bad stuff to not be lawful anymore, if you're really random.
Yeah.
Or you could wait till you level up and get a class, level in some other class or something.
Yeah.
I think as you got more into the Splat book, there was a way to like convert your class levels to lawful, like maybe Paladin or Cleric levels or something. That's
Okay.
like Book of Exalted Deed stuff.
Got it. I'm messing with a map.
Rob's still yarping.
What's he doing?
Yarping somewhere on his stream. I don't know. He's probably pouring some tomato soup over his hot pocket.
Oh, I already hid the ready check. I know everybody already said yes, except I think Rob. So we'll wait for him. It's gonna be a few.
I haven't
minutes.
said yes yet.
Okay, no, you're fine. You got 3 minutes, man. I know you're never late. So you're
No,
good.
no, I'm not late. I wanted to say I just made an announcement in the stream. Urashi will be particularly interested in this. After the conclusion of this campaign, on whatever day that is, either today or next week or a couple weeks or whenever it is, this Wednesday game will be replaced on my stream by the return, Urash, of
5e pickups.
That's right, 5e pickup
Nice,
games
man.
will be
Bingo.
back
Awesome.
to be in the slot that we are currently in now.
Yeah, at 6 p.m. I think even Lord Gwydion can make that.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
I'm
think he
gonna
ever-
do it.
He's never played in 5e pickups.
I think Gwydion was one of the first people to make characters and he never
I was.
played.
That's true.
I'm going to just I don't think, for at least a while I'm just going to do it Wednesday nights, 6 p.m. just kind of fill, like I said, replace this slot. But then because before we were doing it on Saturdays and Tuesday, whatever the hell it was, but a lot of people couldn't make it on certain days. But Wednesdays at 6 p.m. I mean that's a pretty good, like, if you can't make it, then
Yeah,
oh
that's
well.
good.
You know what?
So-
And I think we can make it a hell of a lot more fun because we're all a lot more experienced and can really loosen up. And with Stooner in there and Zayor and Zell, and we bring back some of the old crew and just have a blast and make your stream have a ton of fun with heals and all that stuff. It'll be a blast.
Yeah, well, the chat participation will be a good part. But I
Yep.
haven't learned anything. You guys maybe have all improved. I haven't learned a fucking thing. I'm still the same old piece of shit DM I've always been. But other people can DM, so yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much joined every game you're DMing, so I wouldn't say you're a piece of shit.
All right. Oh my God! Look at Benazar's new picture.
It's a
in
good
the
picture.
chat.
I love it. It's very good.
Hello.
And in the he's already got it in the Fantasy Grounds too.
Yeah, nice.
Kind of looks like my wife without the ears back when I married her. She didn't have a little ring through her eyebrow either. Or is that a cut?
So we have a keyhole with an O above it.
Yeah, are we all good? Are we ready? Is your stream ready, Rob?
Yeah.
And all that? Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're all back on. Everybody's back on track, baby.
Perfect. So yes,
A
kind
key
of
with
in
an O
that
above
wall. A hole. It's basically it looks like it's a slot with the faint outline of an O above it.
I'll mention this to everyone and say, does anyone remember seeing any keys? And I'll start to think. And I don't think I remember any, so but you see me thinking.
I mean, it literally looks
Yeah.
like a slot. So yep.
I think we have some giant size keys in the bag of holding, but I don't know if that was. I don't know.
Benazar will crawl out to the opening, and she'll kind of weakly call out, "There might be a key in that other passage."
In the other passage, you said?
Yeah, the red one, back in the other room.
Let's go check
Oh.
that out first.
Let's go check it out. Yeah.
And I go up to Benazar with my staff of healing and use one charge, cast Lesser Restoration for his poison.
Okay. And Benazar, she is no longer poisoned.
I like the way he
Nice.
coughed.
Well, that's 2 charges. Sorry.
To remind
is it?
everybody. I'm
Okay.
still poisoned, by the way.
Benazar hugs Bethadur.
He says,
Thank you,
you're welcome.
thank you so much for the good works that you do.
Yes, you're welcome. Yes. This is you.
I'm sorry
would've
that I
done
was.
the same.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't have. I would now. I wouldn't have then. I'm sorry that I was shitty about your faith. That was a dick thing to do.
So are
Oh,
you
my-
guys? We're between maps. Are you guys crawling back? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the role play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ready to crawl
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go back and look for the red key, I guess.
Okay, because you guys can keep chatting. Let me just get you on the other map. Sorry about that.
HBP.
Say, maybe this is a sign from the gods. This might be a good thing.
Hey, just so you know, don't get too frisky with Bethazar.
Yes, my faith.
I know you're a priest, yes.
He's a man of the cloth. It's fine. It's you I don't trust.
Well, I've got a cloth on, but it's called a loincloth.
Hey, now
Yeah.
everybody, just relax.
It's only
But I'm not,
8:45, man. After 10, we're off the stream by then.
All right, good point.
All right.
The thing is, I feel like I always knew that I was living wrong. I just didn't care, but now I care. Man, all those years.
Oh,
wasted.
you are so right now. But oh wait,
what is
sorry.
your
Did I say that out
preferred
loud?
pronoun?
Yeah, right.
What does it look like, Clark?
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? If I go with what I look like, I get in fucking trouble. So you need to tell me.
I am presenting how I wish to present.
Call
Oh,
him they.
don't you toy with me, young lady, or whatever.
Nice. Now, Benazar, you
but yeah,
disclosed. You
here-
disclosed. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
During the crawl back up, I did kind of shift around my cloak as a more modest covering.
Perfect.
Benazar like to show a little chest,
And
not so much.
and Benazar, I know you shared with Jocko. Did you share with the rest of the group any other change yet, or not yet?
I'm sort of
Okay.
just by kind of her actions.
Got it.
She's not as big of a dick as she used to be.
Got it.
You know, more ways than one.
Ah. All right.
2.
So are we looking down at the red sphere because we know that's an illusion, and there's a crawl space obviously that's been
Yep.
moved.
Yeah. So Clark's gonna brave in the red crawl space down to the bend in the Jimmy there.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm explicitly waiting for a Jocko to go in first.
Yeah, but Jocko's gonna just check one thing, and this
Don't-
is not. There's
don't
no implications
touch.
here. No.
No touchy.
I'm just seeing if your rapier is still the rapier of warning.
Oh,
All
I'm
right.
not touching
jeez.
anything.
I presume
No.
it is.
So I want to
All
see
right.
if it's the same dude. I'm not
It's-
trying to be frisky.
It's
here.
it's given me a warning about you. Let's put
Yes.
it that way.
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry. It
All right,
was
so-
not my intention.
Clark,
Get in the
you-
hole, Jacko. Get in the
Yeah,
fucking hole.
Clark. All right, that's what my prompt said. Clark will look at the wall and kind of look over knowingly to Vethadur and say, and not say anything, but he will assume that this is the same kind of a deal as the other one, and so he'll just start pulling and pushing and trying to get open the door that's obviously there.
So wait,
Oh,
Clark,
you will, or
you're
you
doing
look
that.
at me to do that?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do it because I'm looking at you like, oh, I get it, I see what's happening.
So Clark, you do that, and there is an obvious door, and as you're kind of pushing and prodding, it opens and you fall into the room below. Give me 1 second.
Sweet.
So you fall here 10 feet, and you take a whole 6 points of falling damage. Do you have anything that would reduce
max
that?
damage. Holy shit.
Do you have anything that would
2
reduce
pits
it?
Okay.
along the way will be found to lead to a fortuitous fall, so check the wall.
Yes,
So,
this is the fortuitous fall. I'm gonna check all these.
I fucking
I'm
hate
gonna
riddles.
check them all.
So you,
I'm gonna
Hitting
check
the
all
bug-
these.
The bugbear could have went ape and used his 10-foot reach to catch himself before he landed, though.
That's racist.
Huh?
okay, so Clark,
That's
as you're
racist.
as you're looking at these, and your party can kind of drop down in here as they'd like, you see 3 large chests that are affixed firmly to the floor. The one on the left here is it's I know it's weird. I don't think they drew this very well, but the one on the left is gold. The center is silver. That looks like it's the opposite to me. And then this one right by you that you're on looks like it's oak bound with thick bronze bands. And each chest is about 4 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 3 feet high. And they look kind of like old school image like this.
Nice. Jocko's going to guard our back and keep an eye on the tunnel exit.
All right.
I'll tell them he's safe. It's and then I'll let you do your thing.
That one on the left looks interesting.
I'm gonna open the oak one. Is that the one I'm by or the other one?
That's the one that you're by is the
Yeah.
oak one.
All right. It looks like they have locks on them or whatever. I'm just gonna try to open it.
Okay, and stand by. Yeah, it is not locked. And you open that chest, and when you open it, you don't see anything immediately. But kind of after you've opened it, you immediately see materialize in the room this enormous skeleton. And everyone can now roll initiative as this skeleton appears. And when I say enormous, this is what it looks like.
Good lord. This doesn't seem fortuitous.
And even in addition to that, since you're right there, it shocks the hell out of you and surprises you. Do you have any warning thing? I know that Benazar does, but she's back up in the crawl space. Do you have anything?
He's within 30 feet of me. He cannot be surprised.
Oh, you're right. Is he within 35, 10, 15? Yeah, you know what? Even with the drop down, I'll say he's within 30. So no one is surprised. So we'll just go in initiative order.
Rapier of warning for the win.
Little help?
I'm working on it.
But we're in initiative, right? I couldn't just jump.
Correct. And Jocko, you've kind of heard some Clark screaming and yelling. You don't know what the hell's going on, but you know something's going on.
I'm going to click my heels and pull my hips back so when I bypass Bethazar, I don't do anything inappropriate.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's what I do. And it's time to rage and get after it.
All right. Wah.
I don't know if I need to frenzy for this little guy.
Little guy? What? Who you calling little?
He has 700 hit points.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's a little something for you.
something.
Oh, he came out of the chest itself. Holy shit.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it just kind of
Oh,
seemed like it
he's-
almost teleported into the room.
Gotcha.
I can't tell if
He's a
I hit
little
or missed.
General Grievous looking motherfucker with his goddamn lightsaber or whatever the fuck that is.
Looks like it
Don't
missed.
worry.
Yes, it missed. Sorry. It. Well, you know what? Yeah, it did miss. I wanted to make sure you targeted him, but yeah, you did. And that one hits.
Ooh.
All right.
And with my boots of speed, I'm gonna move over to the side and clear a path for fireball.
All right. Benazar.
Sorry, I'm eating a cookie.
No, you.
Um,
you got to share with the rest. So.
Damn, I want a cookie now.
I do too. Okay, stand by. I'll be back. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a.
I
It's a
don't have
fudge
any
jar.
cookies. No, it's my face. I don't know. I'm gonna fucking Albertsons after.
I
Tag
have
along.
another thing. If you want to come by, I can give you some.
You got a whole
Anyway.
sleeve of them.
I've got a whole other package. Yeah, I'm good. So
Oh man.
I come into the room and I see there's a giant skeleton. I don't like giant skeletons. I don't like regular skeletons. This is bullshit. Is what this is.
This is bullshit. Is what this is.
Duly noted.
Trying to remember what spells I have.
I know you guys haven't been in combat in a while.
Yeah. And I think I'm just going to do a fairy fire. Try and get the skeleton.
It does not like that.
Well, that's too bad.
Oh, fairy fire. Love it.
Ah,
Damn it.
It dexterously jumps out of the way for a big skeleton.
I feel like this game is cheating now. So as a move and an action, as a bonus action, I am going to do a mantle of inspiration.
Okay.
Let me just reread whether I can do that to myself. Choose a number of creatures that I can see within 60 feet. So would that include me?
I think.
Can you see
Can
yourself?
you drop it? Can you drop it in the chat? But I think it does. I mean,
I think the rule is that you read it literally. So if you can see yourself, then yeah, it includes you.
I'm not sure,
All
but
right.
I'll say you can. Yep.
All right, and I will do that.
See if chat blows up. No, you can't do that. Just kidding.
Too bad, and that's my turn.
All right.
All right. Since fairy fire didn't go off this time, I am going to use my inspiration on my first attack because fuck this skeleton.
Nice.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
do hit.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, solid damage.
All right. I'm going to make my second attack.
And it misses. It goes right through one of his ribs.
Third attack on this beast. Oh no.
Just missed his Johnson, but it was big
Well,
too.
that is my 3 attacks. So I am going to not action surge quite yet because we don't know what's going to happen. And I will move into a proper square a little.
It's so
a
funny. I
little
was just
forward
about
there.
to. Okay, sounds good. All right, Vethador.
And I
you-
did-
you
I
hear
did
your
move
party?
if you want to prove. You can't see it, but I did move.
And I have line of sight without dropping down.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. He's huge. Yep.
I'll stay up. And I am going to Sacred Flame.
Okay, and he
Did
succeeds.
that roll twice?
It looked like it did. It looked like it with advantage.
Okay, so he succeeds.
Yes.
All right, I miss, and I want to see kind of what's happening. I'm not super frightened right now, so I'm not bringing down the big gun.
All right,
This
so
time.
he does have 2 huge, enormous scimitars, and he sees
And-
Clark, who opened the chest. Yes.
Clark looks him directly in the face and does that thing where he indicates the other person by nodding his head sideways toward Jocko.
Nice. And he misses. That misses with a 19. What kind of? All right.
What
And
bullshit? I got my armor class is like 70 or
He's
something.
gonna swing at you with a second try,
Thank you.
and he hits this time.
Oh, my armor class is 22, by the way.
And it slices into you pretty deep, and he looks at Jocko and he says, "You need some of this too." So his third swing
Oh,
is going at Jocko,
3 attacks.
Ah,
Oh no.
and it slices
24.
into you. And Jocko, you're up.
oh, you think you can come at me? Let's see what this does.
Come at me, bro.
And you hit. Ooh, that hurt him. You know, he's reeling a bit.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. He's
Nice.
got brutal crit too.
Does that mean you get another attack kind of bull crap?
That's-
Holy crap, that hurt him. He stumbled and almost goes down.
And an
Nice.
extra melee and a kind of critical.
Damn, hit again.
Go down.
Holy crap. He looks like he's bobbing and weaving. He's doing the Rocky. But he's still up.
Clean this up, boys.
Jocko's the murder fairy now. I'm gonna go hide in the corner, and I'm gonna
Nice.
cast Toll the Dead to see if that does anything.
Okay.
Like you don't fuck with the wrong group, skeleton.
He
Ooh.
fails.
He failed.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he goes down.
Dun, dun,
He
dun.
crumbles
Suck it.
into a pile of dust.
And when he crumbles, Clark immediately looks back into that chest
Which is empty.
and opens the next one over.
No.
I stay up. I'm still up. I got my shield in front of me.
Okay.
I fully believe this is fortuitous. That's what I believe the writings. Even though we've already had an example of not quite so fortuitous. Plus, I fell. So I
Jocko's
might not be that stupid.
checking his
See-
loincloth because he's been through some mess too, and he's like making sure. Okay, I'm good.
All right, so
See Bethader up there with his shield in front of him.
so you open that one, and inside you see a clear crystal box that's kind of sitting down at the bottom, and it appears to hold some kind of ring in the box.
Oh no.
Oh, didn't we have to do something with a ring?
All right, I'm gonna lift the box out. I'm gonna just lift the crystal box out and hold it.
And as you do
Well, that didn't sound good.
that, darts
Fuck me.
fire that were kind of hidden underneath it. They fire at you,
Uh-huh.
and
Well, I'm glad they didn't come out of the wall and hit me in the back of the head, so I'm good.
and they freaking miss. So they miss. They go
Yeah.
flying. So this is what you see as they all miss you. Old school images, love them. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, that is cool.
So yes, you
So
lifted
they missed me
out.
just 'cause I had my hands just like that. They were right in just went right
Exactly.
between them like that.
Pretty much exactly. So you do see. So you have the crystal box, and in it, you see a ring. And you know what? I'm gonna say, because you guys have seen these before, you know it is a ring of protection because you guys have another one. So you know it's pretty obvious to you what this is. So I'm gonna
All
identify
right.
it for
I'm
you.
gonna leave the ring in the box and put the box in the bag of holding. And I'll say just a ring of protection, everybody. And then I'll come over here and open this one.
Okay.
Just another ring of protection. We got like 5,000 of these. Well, we have 6.
Yes, you do. And so as soon as you open that, You see what appears to be snakes that aren't moving, but as soon as you look at them a little bit closer, they immediately come to life and start slithering towards you. So everyone can roll
Chop 'em.
initiative again.
I cast Fireball in the room.
Nice. All right. Benazar, you see, and here's what they look like. They are taking their time to kind of slither out. Actually, there we go. So they are not very fast, and you are now up. It's a swarm of snakes.
Scamper over there. And
It's like they put traps in this dungeon.
What the hell? I mean, I don't get it.
the fuck's a trap?
What's happening?
I'm going to target the swarm of snakes with another fairy fire from my instrument of the bards.
Okay.
Damn it!
Ah,
And they shake it off.
I'm a little worried that Benazar's not working anymore.
it's because all this shit has like magic resistance. I don't like it.
Magic resistance handled automatically by Fantasy Grounds. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to attack 3 times.
Handled by your mom.
Oh, it's handled by your mother.
Crit.
That is a crit.
Yes, it is.
So I'm going to do that,
love
and then
that
I'm going to
chair.
attack still 3 more times.
Damn it.
Oh man.
Give him a
No throw.
chance. You're slicing in. His heads go flying. You know, they're getting smaller. The swarm is getting smaller.
All right, that's how you do it. Now I'm going to just move slightly over right here, and then I'll be done. In case Vethador needs a clean line of sight for anything he's going to do. Help me praise.
I peek my head outside the shield and toll the dead.
Okay.
Copycat.
It worked last time for so. Oh, snap. 3d12. Yeah,
Oh,
look at that roll.
damn.
Holy shit. Ha ha.
And
I look in the
they-
chat.
And they just fall in a heap as this. You can tell us how does that look when these things just collapse? What does it look like when you toll the dead on them?
Well, it's kind of like you see me kind of like gesture my hand forward as if I rung a bell outwards, like one with a handle on the metal, and I just kind of, and then you actually hear the sound that the stopper would make as it hits the metal part of the tube thing, and then you see the snakes, some of their heads just explode and pop and fizzle as it basically assaults their mind and go for the mind.
Very nice. And so, do you look inside the chest, Clark, or
I absolutely look in there right now.
And
More
then
snakes.
head back behind the shield.
More
Yeah,
snakes.
while he's doing that, I took my mason jar out with the rubber top, and I'm like squeezing some venom out of these snakes, and I'm gonna hand it to the cleric when we're done.
nice? And the chest is empty. Empty.
What kind of a I start looking in the bottom of it because I don't believe it.
There's got to be snake poop at least. Look
Nope.
again.
I would make you do a perception or investigation, but it is empty.
All right, so Benazar's right. Those writings are not necessarily.
Well,
I come in this room and I get a ring of protection. Come on, man.
There's got to be a key in
think-
here.
I think the ring is the key. You
Oh,
said,
the
that,
ring is the key.
you said that was a slot, right? With an O above it? Maybe the O was ring, so you slide the ring inside it. Maybe that
Oh, okay. Let's go do it.
Genius.
Hey, before we go anywhere, let's just check the walls. Make sure we're not missing.
All right, we'll
anything.
check the walls.
Okay, roll.
But after that
what-
comes up empty.
What would prompt you to do that?
Roll the investigation for me, Jacko.
Investigation or perception or
Investigation.
that's gonna be big.
Okay, you don't see anything. You don't notice anything else. You think the room is empty other than
All
the
right.
chest.
So we're gonna take this ring and we're gonna go around, down around like that, around there, then down back down there, and then back to the other map like
Okay,
that.
I'll just put you guys. If you guys are going back there and you all agree, I'll just put you back on
Yeah.
that map.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Man.
And then we're
Yes.
gonna take the crystal box, open it up, get the ring, and put the ring in the hole, in a round hole shaped thing above the
We
slot.
hole it up.
We're gonna hole it up.
I wonder if Zeri will take me back.
You never know. She
I
might
owe her
be
an
pregnant.
apology as it is. Well, that would be weird, but okay.
Nice.
All right, so Clark will put the ring in and wait for the magic door to open and reveal the treasures.
I am not that close.
Okay, hold on. Is everybody else where they want to be? I love asking that because they're all going to move.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Next to Clark.
Okay, the ring drops in a slot, and as it does, this entire section of the wall just slowly recedes down into the ground, and you can kind of hear the ring get crushed on the bottom of it, but it opens up a wedge of about 10 feet thick, about 2 feet wide and 4 feet high, that goes into
Yes.
a passageway.
Oh, let's go, everybody. Clark is so excited. He doesn't think about any consequences, and he just goes in because he cannot wait to see what is in here.
I say, be careful. This could be a trap.
Okay, then he hears that, and he's already gone 10 feet. What's happening?
Nice. And you can kind of around the corner as you peek around, you can see stairs that appear to go deeper into the tomb.
Oh, snap. I found it, everybody. Well, we found it. It's here.
Yes, this was.
This is the way.
So part of
Down.
this letter is worked out so far, but I'm still suspicious. I'll say it to the group.
He's
Go
a
down and
trickster.
see the hallway down here with my dark vision. I've got 60 feet dark vision. Oh, there's a door at the end. Let's go. I'm going to very carefully check the floor as I move here because I'm all of a sudden very upset about
Where are
this
you?
being too easy.
Where are you checking the floor?
In front of me as I walk, I'm going to
Okay,
use my
give me some perception
sword
checks.
to tap
Okay.
a perception. How many would you like?
Just one. Just one's fine.
Perception. Oh, what happened? The tower disappeared. No, I'm not like I still have it.
Rude.
Just a second.
Jeez, that was uncalled for.
Apparently,
No, but
that's...
I did cover up the tower, but it didn't disappear. I just covered it up.
Do
Okay.
I recognize that symbol on the tower? Is that something? Looks familiar.
It's just a dragon head, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a dragon head. I could make something up to sound cool, but it's just a dragon head.
It's like the leather theme or something. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I forget. I like the theme, but yeah.
Apparently, it's actually a recurring problem, and I had just updated
Oh.
before I joined
Oh,
the table.
okay.
Oh, the missing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I did look into it.
Okay. All right. So you are confronted by a door.
I'm gonna listen at this door to see if I hear noises behind it.
Give me a perception check. Silence. You hear nothing.
All right, everybody. Do you think I should open this? Let's do it.
And it looks
I
like
got your
to you-
back.
as you're looking at it, it actually looks like it's more of a door that just kind of pushes away from you. So it looks like it just pushes open.
All right. I will give it the old.
As you do that, it opens very easily. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Dexterity.
Okay, so as you do that, it opens, and immediately behind the door, you see a pit. So you're almost like you're just stepping on it. The door opened very easily and quickly, and you almost fell right into this 10-foot pit that's right in front of you.
Okay. In that case, I will jump over the pit,
Because he's athletic.
and then I will try to land on the other side of it.
And the other pit
And-
opens up.
It's 10 feet. You can do that. And there's and it opens to a somewhat short hallway into another door.
All right, I'll say mind the pit, everybody, and then I will not listen at this door. I will just open it,
Same thing. It just kind of pushes open.
and I'll be looking for another floor to drop away there.
Give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
And just to be clear, I would push the door open, but not actually go in. Just
Okay.
open the door.
All right. I mean, it opens so easily, but yeah, you're fine. Nothing happens.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'll go and I'll jump over that as well, and let everybody
Okay.
handle their business behind me.
Jocko cartwheels over.
Okay.
He cartwheels over the. How do you do that? It's a pit. How do you cartwheel over air?
In
Nice.
midair.
Did
Cart-
this pit
uh,
open?
It's not. It's a closed. It's kind of like again that counter lever where, you yeah. So you can kind of see the edge but yeah.
Can I nudge it open and look down inside of it?
You certainly can.
And do I see anything at the bottom?
So give me 1 second. No, actually, you do not see anything.
All right.
Just a
Then
bottom
I'll
of the pit.
just hop
You,
over.
you do see the spikes and all, the normal that you would see, but it's
Oh, okay.
very spiky.
Gotcha.
Okay, Clark would like to also open this door.
Okay. And you do that, and this time you are definitely prepared, and you see another pit
More pits.
and a long hallway.
All right. I will jump over the pit. But when I get over there, as I start to walk to the west, I will then continue to check the floor because I don't like it.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'll try to make my way there, but I mean I'm checking as I go.
So give me just one perception check in the tower.
One ping only, please.
Exactly.
Shingle ping.
I would like to go to Montana. Okay, so now I see up there, and I say, okay, everybody, this looks promising in some manner. So I will once again not believe that there aren't going to be 12 more pits, and I will continuously check with my weapon on the floor, the pathway that I walk along
Okay, give me
as I
another
go.
perception check.
Okay. And I will just continue that pattern until I get to where I'm going.
Okay, I'm putting you guys
Jocko's
on
gonna
another.
yell back.
I'm on another
Oh,
map.
bet.
So sorry guys, but we're putting you on another map for a second.
right.
We fell onto
You can
another map.
you
No
can move
damage.
yourselves a little bit if you want. Once I
Oh.
share this.
I found the dice tower.
Or was it?
You know where the ampersand is in the image in the background? It's there, so I must have mistaken it for part of that image. I don't know why I went over there. It's not where I put it, but there it was.
Oh, you mean in the where the guy, the lich is or whatever, and then it was right there?
Yeah,
in that
where
and?
where the ampersand is. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
All right. So you see
Okay.
now about another 20, 25 feet ahead of you what looks to be a very thick wooden door.
All right, so continuing to check, I'm going to go up to the door, and I'm going to wait for my party to catch up with me because I'm going to open it. Oh,
And that's what it looks like.
there it is. Oh, has it got a padlock on it?
It's just, yeah, there are thick iron bands and there are several locks that are keeping it shut.
Wow, that's like a lot of. That's at least 3 locks in the picture. Holy good God. Is she with us? Because I want
What
to
do
have a
you
date.
do?
So if quick question:
go
if
ahead.
your mouse scroll doesn't zoom out, how do you zoom out?
Oh,
I don't think it zooms out.
hit the control. Hold down your control button in the bottom right with the. It should zoom out a little bit. Maybe not actually. You might have to. This is a weird one. Sorry. You might have to just
But if
scroll up
you
or
zoom
down.
out all the way and it's gray, it's because you need to scroll down. We're down at the bottom.
Yeah, you're down
Or
at the
toward
bottom.
the bottom.
Right.
I see where we are, but it's just really big.
It's pretty big. Yeah, it's just this map. Sorry. All right. So what do you do?
I'm assuming we can't just open the door, so who's got knock or unlock or thieves tools or something? Anybody?
I got a boot,
Yeah, we can do that at the.
but yeah, you said
have
no
to.
boots. Yeah, that's true.
And Clark, you can kind of hear some far off music and happy singing that's coming from the other side of the door.
Okay. The thing is, if we knock on the door to get let in, the locks are out here. So they can't let us in because we got to go past these locks. So what are your ideas, everybody?
I got a hand axe that can shear that little piece of metal pretty quick with this barbarian arm. I can break that lock off.
Yeah, I have no means to pick locks.
Does it look like? Yeah, I mean, does the wood look like it can be hacked? The locks?
It looks strong, but it looks like that, you could destroy the door, but it looks like it'll take you a bit, but it looks like, yeah, it's something that you could chop down and literally just destroy the door.
I'll say
Yeah.
we have a lock pick right here, and I'll touch Jocko's back.
All right, I'm gonna take my
All right.
hand axe out, the dull one, because I don't want to ruin my good one, and chop at the lock and try to break it off the door so we can open it without announcing ourselves too loudly.
You're chopping at the door.
Clank, clank. Yeah, I'm trying to be quiet.
You're chopping at it, but I mean, you literally think that you're going to have to completely destroy the door for you to get on the other side. I mean, the locks are kind of getting dented, but you think that you physically have to destroy the door to get on the other side.
So this might take 10 minutes, and I tell the group I will start a healing ritual on us, and I'll start to cast a 10-minute prayer of healing, level
Sure.
2.
That's fine. Absolutely.
While he's
All
doing
right.
that, I'm pulling out my crowbar and trying to lever this lock.
Yeah,
with
we'll
the
work at a
leverage.
leisurely pace
Okay.
with various tools and weapons to try to
Okay.
break. We'll try to leisurely break through the door so that it does take us 10 minutes.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
break out my pickaxe and.
So, Vethadur, if you
Not
want to go ahead
breaking.
and apply your prayer of healing as these guys are busting away at the door, go for it.
All right. I say,
Benazar will quietly play a tune on shamisen.
okay, low roll, but it's still nothing. For level
Oh.
2, that's
40
30
40
healing.
points of healing.
40
Yeah.
healing.
Very nice.
Nice, and just so you know, Benazar, your voice is much more pleasant now.
Jeez.
Okay.
You mean the
Alright.
female voice?
Yes, yes.
All right,
It's
so
like,
as you guys are hacking away, or go ahead.
It's like
Right.
that one gal from the Celtic.
I don't get the reference, but that's okay. I'll just keep going.
I don't either. So we're hacking.
So you
and
hack it
then what?
away, and the door is destroyed. It busts apart. And as you do, you can hear sounds of confusion and distress, screams coming from the north. And you see a faint glow like that of a small flame shines in the distance. So let me open this map a little bit.
Sounded like a horror show.
You can kind of see, it looks like a very long hall, and at the very end, it's just very faint glow that's kind of probably about 10 feet beyond what I've opened.
Okay.
And I put some in the chat too. The walls of the passage you can see are smooth white alabaster, and the floor is highly polished smoke gray marble.
All right. The character of Clark will all of a sudden forget that he should be checking the floor for traps, and he'll just start marching toward the screaming. Because
And
he's been just
Okay, stand
Jocko's
by.
gonna walk by.
Okay, as you get there, all of a sudden, Clark, as you step right there, the floor, the entire floor, starting about where Jocko is beginning to drop. And I need you to roll initiative. Think about like the floor right at the door being kind of a lever, and then the entire floor is starting to tilt down.
Like it's gonna be a water slide.
Kind of looks a little bit like a slide. So, second. All right, so Jocko, you are first to act.
Jocko, as a bonus action, clicks his boots, runs by Clark.
Now, Jocko, just so you know, and it probably won't matter to you, but this, you definitely think coming back up is going to be difficult terrain because you're kind of, it's tilting enough that it's not going to be just as simple as walking. That makes sense. You're going to have to be athletic. And do you want to go that far? But just see, I want to tell you that before I do anything else.
What do the boots do if you're in a dash? Do you get like?
It,
I got 40, so that'd be 80.
it doubles your move speed.
But I don't know that
So I'd
you
have
ignore difficult.
160.
But you'd have, you would double your move,
So
and you can
it'd be
dash.
80. Yeah, if I dash, I can get to 80 because with the boots it'd be double 160, so 80. I think.
So if you go that far, you'll have gone 45, and then to come back, you might have to make some checks, and it's going to be difficult terrain. So are you good
So
with that?
I'm looking. I'll actually go 40 so I can make it back to the door. And as I'm running, I'm looking.
There's no going back.
I
Can
know,
he see beyond that?
Well,
10
that's
feet
why I'm
that's
trying
right there?
to see what he's going to do. So as you
Gotcha.
see that, you start making out on the other side here, and I will unshade it for you. The floor is tilting towards what looks to be a large pit of molten lava. And where you are, you start feeling heat so much that you take a bit of fire damage. So you take
Which I resist.
1 point of fire damage. So you take nothing, but it's getting awfully hot, and you definitely are starting to slide towards that lava pit. So it's difficult terrain, so you can go back, but you can go back 20. Because
well, I have 80, 160 with the boots.
160. I thought you had 80.
Yeah, I have 80 with the dash because I have 40 speed.
His speed right now is 80, so it's 80 per move action.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have a total of 80 that I can move with difficult terrain.
Okay.
So I'll get back out the door.
Okay.
And I'll go, get out of there, Clark.
Well, and if you needed it, you still have 40 more move.
That's fine. I didn't realize he had quite that much. Holy crap.
Because
Okay.
you've moved only 120 now instead of 160.
Yeah, I'm good.
Anyway.
I'll move to the side so Clark can get out without extra movement if he needs it.
All right. So
That'll be
Vethiter
my
would be
turn.
next if Vethiter wants to do anything.
I'm now very wary of the situation as he just darts in and darts out. So I'm ready to not go in there.
Okay. So if you want to just,
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's fine. You can pass and just kind of stay alert. Benazar?
I'm looking at stuff.
Sure.
All right. From my instrument, I will cast Levitate on Clark.
Oh.
Ooh.
And Clark, you immediately feel light as a feather, not stiff as a board. I'm not going to say that,
Excellent. Excellent.
but very nice.
Now, when I'm levitated, can I also move? Like, what's the deal with that?
So I'll take a look at this. Choice was it for vertically up to 20 feet, and you remain suspended there for the duration. Um,
He throw you a rope.
you can push or pull yourself along a fixed object or a surface, so you can like use the wall to kind of propel yourself.
Okay.
Or I think I can use an action on my turn to move you as well.
Because I want to go down and look at that pit.
Okay.
I mean, why not? I'm
Yep.
levitating.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm gonna get burned though if I do that.
It's
Probably.
Jocko, he didn't get burnt, but I mean he was looking a little singed as he came back by you.
And
Now, is there a reason you levitated me as opposed to just when it's my turn I would just walk back?
Well, remember, I mean, it's tilting more and more, and depending on when you go, it might be even harder to get back up.
Okay, gotcha.
just to make sure you can get out if something goes awry.
Right. Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, with
All
those
right.
girly arms, you couldn't climb out if it's totally steep.
And I point to Jocko and go, "You just made the list."
So, I mean, you can definitely, if you want to use the wall and kind of make your way back. I mean, I'll certainly say now that you're off the immediate danger is over.
Okay.
But this is kind of
So this whole hallway was nothing.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. That's what you need to see right there.
Right.
Look, they're all going, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Why
That's
is there
awesome.
a Klansman?
okay.
That's a wizard. That's awesome.
I love all these old
He's got
school.
kind of the shadows of his robe look like a little bit like a swastika might appear there somewhere.
And there
All
was
right.
nothing
The one guy in
beyond
the
the
back
pit.
There was no
holding
just
on to.
literally looked like molten lava. As you pulled him back out, it kept going down for a few seconds, and it definitely looks like it was just a huge pit of lava.
That's just come in here and slide to your death is all this was. Holy shit. Okay, so we're gonna get out of here, obviously,
Vamonos.
and yeah, Vominos out of there, and then back to wherever the fuck we're supposed to go now.
So I think we've got a couple of options. We can go and check those pit traps and see if they lead anywhere. Or we can go and see if anything happened with the Misty Door once you put the ring in that slot.
I unlock tokens for now because you guys have been through this section, so I'll let you decide what you want to do.
All right, so when Benazar looked down the pit before, did he see anything?
We saw spikes.
He looked at this pit and he just saw spikes underneath.
And in
I'll
the other
check.
pits that led somewhere, was there something that you could see from up top to let you know that it did that, or?
There was only one.
So that
go ahead.
one pit, yeah. I don't know if there were spikes in that one as well.
Okay, so we'll check these other two then and look to see if there's spikes in them.
Okay,
So we'll check them all three.
Okay, as you check all three, as you look at this pit and you kind of look down into it, you notice on the wall, so kind of on the opposite edge, kind of towards the bottom, you can pretty easily tell now that you're looking intently that there's a wooden door that's painted to look like stone on the south wall of this
snap.
pit.
Hey,
Okay,
guys,
so even though those guys moved their tokens, they would have had to come this way with us. So we'll say, hey, let's go down here.
Yeah.
Let's go down here. Let's do it. Did you say there is spikes in the bottom of this?
There are, so you're gonna have to be cautious, but I mean, certainly you can.
Yeah, if we turn around and
Do
sort
the
of
rope-a-dope.
drop down. No,
That's-
but turn around and grab the edge and lower yourself down, and then let go and fall 2 feet into the bottom, and you could probably try to avoid it.
You guys are 15th
Unless you,
level experienced adventurers. I'm not. Yeah. You're
Right,
fine.
I think
you're
we can.
absolutely fine with that.
All right, cool.
So as you open that, as you open the door, assuming that you open the door, you
Yes.
actually see stairs that are leading down even deeper
Oh, nice.
into the dungeon.
Oh,
Oh,
geez.
yes, we definitely want to go deeper. So I'm going to come down and look around the corner.
Okay, and
And
as...
let me just
Oh, go ahead.
let me just draw the pit that I fell into. I'm just kidding.
Okay, and Clark, as you get right where you are, you see stairs that descend to the west, and the corridor extends past the bottom of those steps, but it's slightly cloudy, so it's just a little bit obscured. I mean, you can kind of see in there, but there just seems to be a mist or something that's a little cloudy in that lower area.
All right, Clark stops and says, I don't know. And he
Hey.
doesn't proceed forward.
Jocko says, "Hey, that could be heaven. There's clouds there."
Usually heaven is up, not down. Whatever. Whatever your beliefs are. You believe in that sort of thing.
Nice.
So Clark's like, hey, everybody, there's some mistiness down here. Has that been good for us before? Benazar?
That was a definite orange cloudiness though. It's just kind of condensation is what this is.
All right, so we think that it's dank and dark down here, so that this is just like cave moisture type of thing.
It might
All
fuck
right.
us up, but
I'll buy that. Get in there, Jocko.
I go slowly and kind of feel the mist with my hands and kind of rub my fingers together and see if there's anything foreign or weird about it.
is there anything he doesn't grow?
No,
I
don't think
got
so.
danger sense.
So Jocko, as you get down there and kind of fully get yourself immersed in the mist, you are all of a sudden, you're gripped, unless you tell me that you can't be, you're gripped with such a sense of fear that you turn around, tuck tail, and run.
Whoa.
So I can't be surprised, but I'm not raging. So I will tuck tail and run.
Okay, you're not so much surprised, you're frightened. I mean, you're scared as hell of kind of what's in this passage, just something just freaks the hell out of you.
All right, I say, Master Clark, it's more than I can handle. I know you've got way more experience. I think you could probably penetrate this, whatever it is.
We need somebody to do the Vulcan mind meld on us. The bullets are not real.
We need a paladin. Is what we need.
I'll go down here too to see if I become frightened as well.
You're levitated, so you can rise above the clouds.
Well, I don't think I'm
right?
levitated anymore.
Okay, and as you do that, you feel your eyes kind of sting and burn, but you're like, I don't know what the hell scared that little pansy. You're just
I don't
fine.
know what his problem is. All right, I'm gonna continue down,
And Jocko didn't notice it, but you do notice now that you're further into this mist. You definitely see a door here to the south.
okay. So I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna open this door,
Okay, and as
hoping
you
that on the other side. Oh, go ahead.
no, just as you open the door, the mist and that it begins to kind of clear. It seems like it's whether it's going into the room or up above, you can't really tell, but it seems like the mist is now dissipating from the entire hallway.
Awesome.
But as you do that and you open it, you see a set of stairs. You can see down about 5 feet, but at about 5 feet, there's just an incredibly thick webbing that fills the entire area, steps to ceiling, and you can't even see past it. It's so thick.
I close that door
Okay?
and I go over here and look around.
And you see
And then
a wall.
And I say to the group, yeah, so there's webbing floor to ceiling, wall to wall beyond that door. It's probably not good unless we burn it.
Well, I do know how to burn things if you think it's worth the energy cost.
Well, we could also light a torch and just ignite it.
You're wise. You are wise.
You are wise. So
Normally,
if we,
I'd be terrified of like spiders, but I feel like it's time to stop running and face my fears.
Oh, you've changed.
And the
a
gas is
little.
dissipated enough that you're not nobody's affected by anything.
all right, so let's go and reopen this door, and I am gonna light a torch and touch the webbing with it.
Okay, you do it and touch the webbing, and strangely, nothing happens.
Oh my god, magical webbing. Maybe Vethator wants to come look at this kind of magic-y stuff.
All right, I'll meet him over there.
Okay.
I will try Sacred Flame first
I'm
because
gonna
it's a
lock tokens,
cantrip.
so- Sure, go ahead.
But Sacred Flame is radiant, so it's up to you what the hell happens.
Yep. All right, so you do that, and this radiant light kind of bathes the webs for a second, and then it just dissipates. Nothing happens.
Okay. Nothing happens. All right.
Do you have detect magic, or? Well, I mean, it probably is magic if I can't burn them. They have to be magic. No need to detect. Dispel magic?
I can burn a slot for dispel magic.
Yeah, let's do that.
I will cast that upon the webbing.
You cast dispel magic, and it just kind of evaporates. Nothing happens.
Holy shit! What in the fuck?
Okay, I will school you guys. I'm a barbarian.
He's just gonna run into the webbing. Yeah.
I'm going to use my Great Axe +2 magic on this web and swing at it with ferocity.
Okay, you swing at it and just bring it down with all your might in the web, and it feels like maybe it went in an inch or so, and you go to pull it back out, and you cannot for the life of you break that sword back out of the web. It's hopelessly stuck.
Ooh.
His magic one?
Mm-hmm.
Good thing I got tons of weapons here. I'm going to break out my crowbar and try to wedge it out. Takes my crowbar too. Oy.
I will say, stand aside. And what I'll do is clear a path, and I will cast Flaming Sphere at level 2 and roll it around for a minute in the webbing.
Okay, you do that, and when the magical flame touches the webs, you see immediately the webs begin to burn and crackle and dissipate, and they do it enough to where you now see a room before you.
Did Jocko's weapon come free? Just as
It
a
did
side-
as the webs kind of as the webs dissipated, his weapon clanged down at the bottom
Okay.
of the steps.
And I
there.
grab that real quick and I look back at Benazar and say, Radiant is not fire.
And
Yeah.
fire is not fire, but magical fire. There you go. All right.
know.
Well, what actually happened here is Helm has cleared our way.
And out of character, just
Help
for
me
a
praise
second,
HPP.
out of character, why dispel magic shouldn't work. Tomb of Horrors. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I can
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
It's crap.
exactly. Tomb of
It's crap.
Horrors.
It's crap,
Bitches.
but it is. Okay, so kind of as you're looking into this room, it's not an overly large room, but lying on the floor at the bottom of the stairs, Clark, as you walk down to the bottom, is an iron mace inlaid with silver. South of, of this location is a modest-sized room. What you can see of it is filled with rotting and decayed furnishings. Now, as you enter the room, and I will lock you there for a second. As you enter the room, you see a skeletal figure that looks like a lich, pretty much what you would expect to see, wearing a crown on its head, slowly rises from the couch. And as it does so, you hear, "Who dares to disturb the rest of Asarak? It is your death which you have found." And everyone can roll initiative.
What?
Oh, we are gonna
Let's
kick
see.
Acererak's ass. Oh, it's fucking him. Oh yeah. This is the guy on the cover of the Dungeon Master's Guide. You have a picture of him?
1 second. I'll give you an old school and see what else I have.
Just a quick question: is Jocko still frightened?
You're not. I'm gonna say it's taken. No, it's taken more than a minute. I should have said that before because you probably wouldn't have even been able to do what you just did. But you're good. Yeah, you're good. So let me make sure. Is
He's
it
like a
still on you?
mummy.
Is it still on you?
He's a lich.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
But I rolled a second one because I get advantage on initiative, and I don't know if the second one was higher than my first one. But
The second one, Urash was a 6,
all right, 13 wins.
so 13 wins.
All
Yes.
right. Clark is gonna test the waters
And
by
as you,
using.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna move there.
And as you're doing this, he's starting to kind of make motions with his hands and kind of big sweeping motions. But go ahead and I'll let you keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna need to fucking put a stop to that shit. All right, so I'm gonna attack him.
Oh, and you hit.
That room is the perfect size for silence, but I don't have it.
And again,
You hit it.
and again.
All right.
This ain't no time to be fucking around. I'm gonna action surge.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
God.
All right, so 3 more attacks. Oh man, I hear him. Another crit,
Jesus
bitch.
Christ.
I'm gonna one-shot fucking Acererak. 2 more attacks.
Slow down a little bit, man. Slow down.
Slow down. All right, I missed him on the last one. All right, and then I'm gonna say, "Hey, everybody, this guy's nothing," and I spit in his face, and then I pass my turn. I'm
Oh,
probably
you're
doing that right now.
powerful.
He's got all kinds of fucking legendary fucking action every turn and all this shit. I'm sure he does. It's over. Does he not have legendary actions or anything that he does between turns?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm not answering that question.
Okay. Well, he didn't do anything then.
All
Benazar, kill him.
Benazar's up.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. I'm
Did
gonna
he react to the weapon attacks, or like move, or like was it painful? Did we see like
It
any?
definitely hurt him. He's
Okay.
reeling. He's got guts hanging out of him. What guts he does have left, I suppose. And yes, he looks very, very worse for the wear.
I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna say, a real lich would have lasted at least a round. And then I cast vicious mockery at him.
That is correct.
It's probably not even him.
And he fails.
Clark is fully convinced.
What kind of action would it be to pick up the mace?
You
Just
haven't.
interaction.
Yeah,
can
it's
do?
just an interaction. Yeah, you could do that.
I'll take the mace.
And as you do
And
that,
that'll be my turn.
he
Oh,
seems to really react and be kind of throws up his hands like in front of his face, like he's not liking that.
Oh, is that so? Hey guys, I think this mace does stuff.
Awesome.
Mace.
It's black mace, right? You said it was.
It's an iron mace inlaid with silver.
And that's in the party sheet now.
Should I use that? I don't need to use that. He's almost wrecked.
And it glows with a bright golden light when held.
I'm gonna frenzy just to be safe.
Okay.
Target our friend. I don't know
You
why
hit him.
that didn't frenzy. Oh, you still have frightened on me, I think.
Oh, hold on.
yes,
Let me look at you. Oh, I thought I removed it. God, you got so many things on you. One sec. Okay.
I'll roll again, just a
Sure.
d20 just to see. +7. Same thing.
And as your
What was that
weapons
noise?
as your weapon slams into him, he falls and crashes to the ground and screams, "No!" And as he falls down, the moment he falls down, Jocko and Clark, you can kind of see in this room, there's a jade coffer, a leather bag, and there's a number of other things. But as he collapses to the ground, the ceiling cracks, and everything around you in this entire room begins to fall down, and everything is falling around you. 1, 2,
Out.
3, 4, and it's starting to billow up these stairs at you, all the smoke as this stuff starts to, all the dust. 5.
We go as fast as we can.
Do we have the mace?
Fast as we can. Out.
Yeah, you do.
All the way out.
Yes, yeah, he got it.
I've got the mace.
6,
We shouldn't have that coffer though.
7.
You're
No,
counting, but I'm like, we can't go any further. Like, get us off this map. We just start
All right,
like
so
running.
you guys get out of the pit as everything is collapsing behind you. You get up into the pit as everything is dust is just billowing behind you.
I
So what'd
look at the warriors with admiration and say, "Wow, what just happened?"
I
So
beat the shit out of a guy, and then he was taken down by vicious mockery. I don't know what happened.
And then Jocko finished it, but that's
Oh, yeah,
because
Jocko.
5e pickups.
5e pickups. I don't believe that was too easy. I don't believe it was him.
So what do you guys think? Was that too hard or not too hard?
I mean, you guys have fought a demi-lich. You know what a demi-lich looks like. That was not a demi-lich.
Right.
Thankfully, he had a 3 initiative. We don't know what he could do. But I think there's a surprise that Gwydion's going to drop on us. It's a simulation.
Yes, we just killed the avatar of a Sararak. I don't know.
So what are you guys
Over?
what are you guys doing? Are we
So we know that there was a collapse. Is it completely impassable behind us now?
you can, I mean, it looks like there's rocks and dust and kind of all kinds of debris as you're looking from the top of the stairs down into this entire area.
Well, guys, liches have phylacteries. If you don't get the phylactery, you don't get the lich.
Yeah. So we can either try to get back down in there and see.
What about this? What about this mace that you have? Could that
Oh.
be a phylactery?
Possibly.
Why don't we smash it?
We might need to take a rest so I can identify this mace.
Meanwhile,
Hey,
the
guys.
lich comes out of the fucking mace and kills us.
Yo soy un barbarian. What's phylactery?
So a phylactery is a magical housing that contains a soul of a lich. And if you don't destroy the phylactery, the lich can reform itself after a period of time, and then it fucks you up again. So if you to really kill a lich, you have to both destroy the body and destroy the phylactery.
I can crush this thing. I know.
Well, let's make sure it's actually a phylactery first.
So we're-
What about this?
Where are you guys right
What
now?
about that crystal? Well, we're just, I mean, we ran out of the collapsing shit. So
You're
however
in-
far we had to go.
In kind of the pit, or you're kind of in that pit that you kind of walk through?
Maybe
or
we
you-
come up out of the pit.
Okay.
But then, is it possible that this crystal box could be a phylactery? I say we smash the mace and we smash the crystal box and we just start smashing everything.
I see no harm in this.
Well, I want to identify this mace first.
Okay, we can try to rest, but
So Benazar, I will tell you. It looks to you, it's kind of, it glows bright golden, but you actually don't think it's anything more than just a normal mace.
Maybe it was just the silver it was afraid of.
mhm.
Do you think the altar was his phylactery?
It's theoretically possible.
Well, if so, that's blown up.
I feel like it should be harder to destroy a phylactery, I guess is what I would think. But what do I know? I didn't fight the Lich. You guys fought the Lich.
I don't think that
Uh,
word means what you think it means.
I did not think that word. Well, I mean, so the
So the-
DM hasn't said it's over, so well, I don't know what to do now.
We have two options, I think. One is to go back down and see if we can get back into that room. And if not, there's still those two doors back in the room with the spheres or the circles. I don't think we ever looked at those.
Why don't we do that first?
All right.
Yeah, let's go back to the sphere rooms, the glyph
the-
room,
Yeah, it
in
has
the big long
doorway.
hallway with the circle things, and
Yeah.
then check those other two doors.
And Jocko does want to go through the mist if I need to, because not that there's anything wrong with that.
Through the what?
Again?
The temple mist.
Oh.
Let me
Oh, I
unlock.
thought you meant the archway.
We'll unlock tokens so because you guys have been in this, so you can go around wherever you want.
If you guys see anything that's labeled phylactery, let me know. Like with a label maker.
So
That
Clark, are
green
you-
tape with the punch thing. Yeah, I'm gonna open that door. I was waiting for Vethador.
Oh, sweet.
Oh snap!
That
That's
was
what-
friendly.
That's what you see as you can roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Is that some shit coming out of the? Oh, it's an arrow.
It's
Okay,
a
dexterity
spear.
saving throw.
It's a spear trap. As soon as you open the door, a spear.
Oh, there's not even. It's a fucking brick wall with
And
a
you-
spear trap in it.
You
Boo.
deftly dive out of the way as this thing comes flying past you and
Okay.
impales itself into the far wall.
I'm
Go to
like,
the
no
next
big
one.
deal. Benazar, open the other door. See what? Stand on the side of it. This is the one where you open the door and the door swings and smashes you against the wall because you're standing on the side of it.
Penny's most hurt.
do that.
I'll do it.
All right.
I got some power. I
All
will
right.
pop the door and be dodgy.
So you pop it, and the same thing. It's another spear trap that comes shooting out into the secret door that you came through before.
All right. Well, those don't go anywhere. So yeah, I guess we'll go back down and see if we can re-enter the rubbled area.
So Jocko,
I
give
think
me a
we'll kind of
give me a perception
search the
check.
walls. Yeah.
give me an either an investigation, perception. Okay, so Jocko, you see again on this wall behind this seems to be another illusion,
Uh-huh.
What,
and you see a
Look at the
pathway
thing
behind
down.
it.
what color is that sphere?
Lemon.
Sorry, I'm looking it up. It's gold held high overhead.
All right.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. All right, I'll lock tokens there.
Bravely go where no man has gone before.
So you see a small room holds what appears to be a statue of a gargoyle. 8 feet
That's
tall,
nothing. Keep going.
8 feet tall with 4 arms. One of the arms is broken off and lies on the floor in front of the statue. As you guys look at that, and contemplate what you want to do, it's probably a good time to break for the evening.
Oh, oh man, that's an evil laugh you just gave out right
I thought so.
there.
I think
All
this
right,
whole
man.
dungeon is just
That's
one
fair.
big cliffhanger. After
I
that.
know, right? No, I thought that's a good place to stop. But
I like that we killed a Sararak and it's not over. Like, what the fuck? All right, cool. That
Cool,
was
guys.
awesome.
that was fun. I enjoyed
Great
it.
job, sir.
Thanks. I enjoyed that one. All right. Well, next Wednesday.
Very good. So yeah, episode 50 next Wednesday.
Oh, that's awesome. Have to bring the real game next Wednesday, man. 50th. Got to
Gotta-
represent.
You gotta bring it.
All right, guys. I'm gonna turn off
All
my
right.
my
Cool.
recording, but thanks. That was fun.
Yep.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
Squiddy.
Awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, guys.
See
you in a
everybody
week.
next week.
See you in a
All right.
week.